Hello, my name is HQ of Itsmyracex. Welcome to my channel. Please do me a favor. Hit the like button, share the stream, and click the notification button for new content. Thank you. Hello.
Hello all. You see the thumbnail out here. This was born out of something someone wrote to me the other day. They wrote to me and said, I need to check out the great replacement theory and I need to check out Caligari's The Plan. And I said, I have no idea what you mean by these conspiracies, but he didn't call it conspiracy. And so once I dug into the rabbit hole, I was like, wow, these are actually theories that people actually believe, because he would never have said it to me if it was not a thing. And I had no idea it was a thing. Right? I had no idea that it was a thing. So we'll start. So with the political language today is designed, to make people feel afraid, not because fear explains what's happening, right? But because fear keeps people from slowing down and asking the deep, interesting questions that we have. We hear words like radical, crazy, unhinged, weird, unknown, and woke repeated all over again. Every cycle, we hear that every day. Those words aren't used to help people understand anything at all. Trying to help people understand policy or complex issues or what's going on in their lives. They're used to trigger people's emotions. Fear moves fast. Thinking takes time. Okay. When people feel overwhelmed, they stopped asking questions about how something works and starts asking who to blame, wanting to blame everybody, wanting to blame this person, their neighbor, whoever, whatever. That's when stories begin to matter more than facts. This is where conspiracy theories enter politics. Conspiracy theories don't usually begin with evidence. I had no idea what that man was talking about in my comment section. He left me a comment and said, please check this out. And I was like, what? I was like, I don't think there's any evidence for this right here. This is all feelings, sir. And this gave him comfort, I guess. It was claiming that confusion and change aren't random, but intentional. Immigration is now the big boogeyman. Now immigration is the center of everything that people fear, or people say the other is the problem with. No. This presentation isn't about panic. It's not about patterns, because when fear becomes the point, understanding is the first thing that we lose. Because I can tell when I got on this internet about 2 years ago, I could tell that it was conditioning. It was a lot of conditioning on this internet. People believe the same thing. Nobody knows men, but the red pill knew women, and the women act like this, and only women act like that. I was like, we doing too much up in here. And I knew it was the internet. I knew the internet was the issue as soon as I got on here about 2 years ago. Conspiracy number 1. This is the one this man came to me and talked about. I didn't understand it, but I read it. It's called the Kalergi plan. It's called the Kalergi plan. The conspiracy, often called the Kalergi plan, claims that immigration didn't happen naturally, but was designed long ago by the elites to weaken nations by changing their population. Which kind of got me thinking, what exactly was he talking about? According to his theory, immigration isn't driven by war, economics, or survival. It's framed as intentional and intentional cultural destruction. That story sounds believable because it uses real historical figures and vague references to intellectual writings. And even though there's no verified documentation or coordinated plan, what keeps this theory alive isn't the proof, it's the fear. Okay? It's the fear people have. Okay? So when communities change faster than people can emotionally process it, it feels unsettling. Conspiracy thinking steps in and says somebody is planning this shit. Immigration becomes suspicious, not because it's new, but because it feels personal and it's hard to quickly explain. Okay. The Great Replacement Theory. I heard this one on when Charlie Kirk was killed. I heard this one. I mean, I had heard it before, but I hadn't really paid attention to it, right? This one is, it claims that the demographic change is not natural. That is not a natural thing. That is deliberate. That the white culture is being erased somehow, some way. It's a deliberate effort to replace one group of people with another. And people believe it. And people believe it. This theory doesn't just say society is changing. It says something is being taken away intentionally. Most people repeat this idea, don't use the phrase great replacement, though. They hear the message instead. They hear that elections are being manipulated and culture is being erased. This is what they hear. This theory feels truly deeply for people because it connects many frustrations into one explanation. Economic stress, political distrust, and cultural change all get folded into immigration. Instead of complexity, the theory offers clarity. It's clear. The country is going to ruin. The country is for shit because we got immigrants coming in here. These goddamn immigrants is changing everything. Goddamn immigrants is taking the jobs. These black people taking the jobs. These people are taking over. It's like an invasion. It ain't white no more. Never that it was ever white before. I don't understand what's going on when you think, why you think you were the dominant society here when it first started. I don't know. This conspiracy claims immigration chaos isn't failure or pressure, but a deliberate political strategy. Okay. Many people say this very plainly. Joe Biden wanted all those people here. I hear that all the time. Joe Biden wanted all those people here. Joe Biden let all them people in because he wanted them here. Joe Biden. That belief feels convincing when systems look overwhelming, like they overwhelming everything. Disorder feels intentional when explanations are missing, but immigration policy isn't controlled by one person or one administration. It involves courts, Congress, international law, funding money, limits, decades of existing systems. Joe Biden didn't do this. Joe Biden didn't do this. The conspiracy treats failure as proof of intent. Chaos becomes evidence. Complexity disappears. Believing someone wanted this replaced. Believing someone wanted this replaced is the reason why you got to blame somebody else. This is why. Hold on. Don't do that. Okay. The New World Order. That's a good one. The New World Order. It claims global events are secretly coordinated. Secretly coordinated by powerful institutions beyond public control. That we have we have very rich people controlling everything. And true enough, rich people do control a lot of things. They do. National governments are framed as puppets. Elections are treated as theater. Borders exist on maps, but power is believed to exist elsewhere. Immigration becomes proof in this story. Movement across borders is framed as coordination, not survival. New World Order. That's why I think people don't like what is that thing called? The UN. I believe that's the reason why people don't like the UN. Because they don't like people telling them what to do. They think that UN controls everything. And that may or may not even be true. Okay. This theory feels true to people who feel disconnected from decision making. Global systems are complex, distant, which makes people feel like they're invisible. The conspiracy replaces messy cooperation with single-handed, high-handed, hidden. And this is what people have a problem with these theories, because they believe that there's somebody bigger controlling their future. And the reason why we feel powerless is because we let them. We let them control what goes on. We let them control. A lot of things can be controlled if we wanted to, if we united. Instead of people saying, oh no, we got to get all the immigrants out of here. We got to get all of them out of here. Instead of using them as a strength. Okay. Instead of using them as a good thing. Okay. And we use them as battering. We fight with them. We put them out there and say, they're no good. They shouldn't be here. X, Y, and Z. We got to get rid of them. Like they're taking your jobs. Nobody's taking your jobs. Nobody's doing any of that. That's wild. Conspiracy number 5. The protocols of the elders of Zion. This conspiracy claims a secret group controls government, media, and economies. Okay. This is a printing press. Hold on. This is the printing press. The document behind this section. Hold on. Let me show you the document. It's a document. The Manchester Guardian. Zionist forgery. It's a whole bunch of documents related to this theory. The document behind this theory was proven false more than a century ago. The elders of Zion. Yet the belief resurfaces during times of fear and instability. Immigration is pulled into this story as proof of manipulation. Migrants stop being people and become symbols. This theory feels true because it gives fear a target. Fear is a target. The immigration, the illegal alien. It replaces uncertainty with the certainty. Yeah, we should be afraid of the illegal immigrants. We should be afraid of them. History shows how dangerous that can become. I think Tuesday or Wednesday when Renee got shot, that tells us how dangerous going after brown people, just deliberately trying to track down people, hunt people down, how dangerous it can be, how dangerous it has become, how very dangerous it has become. Okay. Conspiracy number 6, the Freemasons. The Freemasons. The Freemasons conspiracy claims secret societies control politics, culture, and power. Is that true? Is that true? Okay. Is that true? I don't know. Hold on, please. Hold on, real quick. Rewrite robustly all sections. Okay. Let me write that. Hold on. So we come to this Freemason one. My father used to be a Freemason. Wait a minute. Hold on. My computer's starting to go glitchy. Hold on, y'all. Glitchy. Oh, okay. I can't get it to. Hold on. I thought the stuff just appeared on the screen once it was there. I thought it appeared on the screen. Wait a minute. Come on now. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So Freemason, a bunch of celebrities are in this Freemason thing, right? Tied to the celebrities, musicians, presidents, kings, entertainers, accused of signaling membership through symbols and gestures. I heard that about 2 years ago. I was like, what the hell is going on? Symbolism fuels this imagination right here. Okay. And I don't know where I found this from. It was some kind of weird, it was this weird symbol right here. What is this symbol? A Freemason symbol? And I was like, are they really, is this really what we're doing? And I get it. I do. People get it. You have to find something you have to find something that makes it make sense to you. And I get that you got to have something that makes sense to you. I do. Wait a minute. How do I get that on there? But this don't make sense. How we get Freemason? Wait a minute. Hold on. How we get Freemason and how we have people believing in theories. The theories are out there. But here's the simple fact. The drivers of migration is just the drivers of migration. People move because staying becomes harder than leaving. Or harder leaving is easier than staying. However you want to look at it. War destroys homes. Economies collapse. Climates are not good for people. People move for all types of reasons. Has nothing to do with anybody pushing or making pressure for other people to move. Climates wipe out whole neighborhoods, livelihoods. They force people to move. Each of these conspiracies we discussed takes real pressure and replaces complexity with intention. Ain't nobody doing all this. Ain't nobody trying to make it so that your life is harder. This is wild. Fear is used in politics. Now, immigration is the problem. Immigration is where we're at. Blaming other people for our issues. Blaming other people. Immigration is the problem. Immigration is the issue. This is where we're at. Blaming people who look different or who are others. And it ties all the way back into The conspiracies. Yeah, they got to be taking over my family. They got to be taking over what I want. They got to be doing X, Y, and Z. They came over here and ruined everything. Okay. They came over here and did X, Y, and Z, even though that's not the truth. None of that is the truth. The truth is people move because it's easier than staying. It's just easier than doing that. And people will do what they have to do in order to find safety. Okay. And we keep blaming other people for what's going on in our country. And we don't need to do that. Fear discourages patience. Look at this. Hold on. I'm running through these pictures. Okay. Hold on. Take. Insert. Hold on. Insert. Why is it that we are having a problem with immigrants today? It all ties back to these theories. It all ties back to these theories. You got the Freemasons. You got the Zions. You have the, what is it? Open borders that they think Biden did. The New World Order. Okay. Symbolism fuels this imagination. Ambiguity becomes evidence. My father used to be a Mason, but I don't recall anything weird happening. But then again, I was a kid. Okay. He's robust. Okay. But then again, I was a kid. So I never knew and never thought about maybe this tied into how we lived and how we were raised. Okay. Fear is the point. The language that we are hearing today is designed to make people feel afraid. And they're tying all of these things in. You hear people say radical, crazy, unhinged, weird. You hear people say these things all the time. And I'm considered a lefty. And I ain't weird or unhinged or crazy or radical or anything of the above. Not in any way, shape, or form. I lived a very normal life. So when I hear people on the right saying, oh, they're unhinged, they're radical, they're this, that, and the third. Ain't nobody radical. That's that's the language that they're using to control you. Okay. That's what the language they're using to control you. You need to be aware that that's what they're doing. That the political people are doing that. The fear dominates it. You know good and well, you're normal. So if you're normal, why wouldn't somebody else that's on here be normal too? Why wouldn't they be normal too? Okay. Every theory, every one of these theories, the replacement theory, the Zion theory, the Kalergi theory, Freemason theory, all of these things are based in being replaced. And this is how we get to where we are today. People are whipped up into a frenzy about immigration. You never even thought about them immigrants until Donald Trump came down that escalator talking about, oh, those immigrants are dirtying up the country. They bloodying up the country. They making the country dirty. You never even thought twice about them immigrants until the end. You never even thought they was taking no jobs doing X, Y, and Z until he started talking about that foolish language. Radical. Woke. Letting them all in, letting them do what they want, let them run over. Joe Biden opened up the border. You ain't never thought nothing about them people until you heard Donald Trump say something crazy about them. Ain't thought nail one consequence about them at all. And the only way you would think about them is if maybe you had a little racist in you. That would be the only reason why it would even cross your mind. Because I never thought about none of these immigrants until Donald Trump came down that escalator. Never thought once or twice or three times about them, whether they was taking my jobs or not. Never thought one thing about them. Okay. Now it's at the forefront of our news every day. Every day, at the forefront of our news, at the forefront of everything we do every day. And if people are honest with themselves, they never thought one thing twice about illegal immigration or immigration or legal immigration or anything else until Donald Trump started bringing it up. Until Donald Trump brought in those identity politics. Nobody has created this condition except Donald Trump. Nobody. And this is where we at in our country, where we believe in all of these theories. Great replacement theory. I never even thought about that until Charlie Kirk opened his dick suckers and said it. Never even thought about it. Great replacement theory. People are going to replace other people. Immigrants are going to replace you. That is a natural form of, what is it called? I forgot the name. It slipped my mind. God's plan. If God's plan is to get rid of white people, then that's what God's plan is. If God is the be all and know all and see all, then he's doing exactly what is supposed to be done. People are becoming less so if that's the case. This is God's plan. And you have people like Donald Trump trying to replace what God has put into order. And that's the way I look at it. God put this in order. God put this in a place. If God say you as a white male or you as a white female or whatever, and you're supposed to be replaced by mixed races or X, Y, and Z, then that's the way God made it. And the social engineering comes from you all trying to stop it. Let's try to stop. Let's put it. What do you think? You think because you think because you put immigrants out the country that you're gonna become even more? It's going to be even more white. That's not how that works. Because once you know other people, you're not going to be able to live without other people, without that other group, without that other section. Just imagine, people could imagine, oh, it would just be glorious if it was all black. If this country was all black, if any country was all black, wouldn't it be amazing? That's what people say. And I say, oh, hell no. Ain't no way I'd want to be living on a planet where I wouldn't be able to see other people, other races, other cultures, other things. Ain't no way I'd want to be in just a all black society. All black society, because that would stifle any kind of invention, any kind of growth, any kind of progress. Why would I want that when I want the world to progress and my world to progress? Why would I want that? And this is why we say immigration, people making or demonizing immigration is a part of these conspiracy theories, because they don't want to be replaced. Nobody who wants to be replaced. You ain't even going to be here. Half y'all ain't even going to be here in 50 years. Why are you worried about what's going to happen 50 years from now? You ain't even going to be here. You ain't even going to be able to make that determination. You ain't even going to be able to affect that outcome. I hear people like Nick Fuentes say, oh, well, I want a white family. Okay, fine. Get the chick and have some babies. Worry about your family. Stop worrying about what's going on in the rest of the country. You can only control who you sleeping with. You can't control who your kids sleep with. You can't control who your grandkids sleep with. So you worried about it being a white world is just dumb, because you can't control it. You're never going to be able to control it. Okay. And immigration is not making a difference. You do know people can you do know that people can travel to Mexico and get pregnant, right? And then come back here to the United States, right? That's why I find it funny. These theories are weird. Okay. These theories are weird. Okay. How does one put themselves in the place, or how does one put themselves in the frame of saying, I want an all black country or I want an all white country? How do you put yourself in the frame of that? You can hope and you can pray, but it ain't never going to happen. And all of these theories say there's a secret group that controls the media, economies, the people, and then a new world order claims the national governments are no longer sovereign and the global industry secretly control political and economic outcomes. What does the other one say? Conspiracy claims the open borders. Biden did this, claims the immigration chaos is not the result of pressure, mismanagement, or global instability, but a deliberate policy to strategize to try to get rid of white people, which is wild. The Great Replacement Theory takes the fear of change and sharpens it into the fear of erasure. White people think they finna be erased. It's a natural progression that you're going to be erased. It's a natural progression. Once borders, once people learned how to travel, once people figured out human beings are the same everywhere they went, human beings are the same body type, blah, 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 wherever, it was going to be a mixture. And even if you close the United States borders, people are going to figure out how to travel. Don't make sense. And I understand closing the borders. I get all that. Let's close our borders. Make sure we document everybody that's here. But it's going to be a natural progression before white people lose themselves. White people and black people get replaced by mixed people, different groups. Italians weren't even considered white a long time ago. Now they considered white. And now there's a whole mixture of them into the white group. Just don't make sense to rage against something that you can't change. Okay. And the conspiracy that started all this was the clergy one. The conspiracy that immigration was not a natural response to war, economics, and survival, but a long-term strategy by the powers that be to weaken the United States by changing the population. And maybe people had that in mind. I don't know. You got goofy people like Nick Fuentes walking around thinking, I just want a white state. I just want a white country. Just goofy strategy. It's like, it's not in theory. It's theory. Theory is amazing. Theory is amazing to some people, but natural actions don't line up with this goofy theory. Okay. And you cannot stop progress, and you're not. There's 12 million people in this country. 12 million people in this country. 12 million. How the hell you reasonably expect 12 million to be out the door? How do you expect 12 million to hit the door? You can't. There's no way 12 million people can get put out this country. Okay? There's no way that will ever happen. There might be a small percentage of them that get out, but it won't be to the point of the way they're talking, the way some of these goofy people are talking. No, we got to get all these people out of here. We can't have all these people here. Blah, 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 blah. It's too late. The door is open. And then y'all keep blaming Biden. But it wasn't Biden's fault. This shit happened over years. This happened over years. And Biden was just one of the people that had the door open a little bit wider, maybe. Who knows? But it definitely wasn't just Biden's fault. My understanding is Biden deported a lot of people, and so did Obama, and so did Donald Trump, and so did everybody. Everybody departed. Everybody put people out. Why wasn't this such a big deal under George Bush and Obama? Why wasn't it the huge thing that everybody's trying to make it out to be? Okay. And it's not that serious to Donald Trump either, unless he's trying to run on it. He ran all of y'all's ass up into the booth to vote for him because he wanted to exhaust. He wanted to see this is the bottom line. I hate to say it. You white people were scared of change. And you white people were scared of immigration. And Donald Trump made you white people scared of the other person, scared of the brown-skinned people. So he ran his ass up in there into the political arena and said, I am the only person that can protect you white people from these brown people, from these black people. So vote for me. Vote for me. I can save you from these black and brown people. Vote for me. That's been his theme all along. And y'all fell for it. I get it. I get it. But you fell for it. But what you didn't understand was chaos, mayhem, a disruption of our way of life. We got when we didn't we voted for doing X, Y, and Z, but we didn't vote for this. People didn't vote for this. And that was the bottom line. That's what he did. And this is something that a lot of people don't want to face for themselves. This is something that you don't want to face that you did. You voted for Donald Trump because he said he was going to save you from the black and brown people. Instead of saying, I've never really encountered black people or brown people in that manner where they were taking my jobs and they were just totally browbeating me, and I had bad experiences. But yeah, this is why a lot of y'all, I'm saying white folks, a lot of white folks voted for Donald Trump. A lot of brown folks voted for Donald Trump because of that. Because he came in and he was your white knight and your white savior. And what you didn't understand was he was the chaos incarnate, who didn't know anything about running a country, who didn't know anything about putting us on the right footing. And I have to explain this to people how our country was okay. People keep saying, well, the Democrats come in and Democrats do X, Y, and Z. No. When George Bush left office, our country was on the brink of bankruptcy, for real. We were down the canyon. We were driving along in a car with George Bush, and George Bush just ran us off the cliff. His tenor, by giving deference to businesses and giving deference to businessmen and big banks and whatnot, we got driven off a cliff. Obama, when he signed the bill, that $500 billion bill, whatever that bill was, can't think of the name right now. He brought us out of that. He brought us back on the road. He put us back on the road. And other policies that he put into place, he got the car started. And I'm using an analogy. Hopefully y'all can understand what I'm saying. But Obama got us back on the road. And he got the car started. And we were rolling. And you know why we were rolling? You know how I know that? Is because when Clinton left office, we were good. George Bush Jr. ran us, whatever was in his tenure, ran us off the road. Because Clinton left him a surplus. Clinton left George Jr. a surplus. Then after George Jr., Obama had to come and pull us out of the gutter with that $500 billion bill. Obama had to save us from that. Obama signed that bill right when he came into office. I remember it. And then Obama got our car back on the road. He got our car back on the road. We were rolling. And the economy was good. And then Donald Trump became president. And Donald Trump came down the escalator talking about, I'm going to save you from those black and brown people. I'm the white savior, so I'm going to save you from the black and brown people. And that's how he got hired as a president. And we gave him a shot. We gave him a legitimate shot. Go ahead, see if you can save us from black and brown people. Everything else is rolling. The economy is rolling. We just got to get these immigrants up out of here. And this is how Donald Trump got elected the first time. Let's get these immigrants up out of here. Because us white people are afraid of these immigrants. We're afraid of the immigrants. We're afraid of the black people. Let's get them up out of here. They're poisoning the blood of our country. I remember that phrase. Came down the escalator and said some bullshit. They're a bunch of thieves, fighters, murderers. And we ain't seen no thieves, murderers. We ain't seen none of them people yet. Yet and still people insist that those people come across the border. It's a lie, people. It's a part of these conspiracy theories that you already have an idea that there's got to be somebody hand in the pie. There's got to be some kind of what is it? It's some kind of conspiracy, some kind of system that's going on in the background that allows these things to happen. And you believe part of these theories. And Donald Trump played into those theories. He played into those systems. He played into the great replacement theory, which is goofy as hell because it just is what it is. And then they said, oh, okay, go check the stats. The stats are natural migration. That's the natural stats. Natural migration. People just migrate where they want to migrate at. Has nothing to do with replacing white people. Nobody consciously came from Mexico and said, let me start breeding so I can replace the white people. This is what that great replacement theory sound like. Goofy as hell. Which is goofy as hell. So anyway, Obama got us on the road with our car and we was rolling. Donald Trump was on the car. Donald Trump inherited that good economy. He inherited it. And then came COVID. And a combination of Donald Trump's policies of giving money to the rich like he always do, putting tariffs in place that fucked us over like he always do, trying to get rid of Obamacare and ACA, which fucked up ACA, including COVID that hit us devastatingly, fucked up our economy at the end of Donald Trump's term. Those are the factors that fucked up our economy. And then we ran off the cliff in Donald Trump's policy, in Donald Trump's era, Donald Trump's presidency. People keep trying to glaze on his presidency. Don't glaze on his presidency. COVID was the driving factor, but we still would have been fucked up in the game if we would have went with the tariffs and we would have went with the money from to give to billionaires and millionaires, because that money is tacked onto our debt. Every time he gives tax breaks to the wealthy, it's tacked onto our debt. Why should we accept getting tacked on our debt and half the country or the bulk of the country is not even getting the benefit of those taxes? So you're just putting money on our back for the rich people. No, nowhere in Donald Trump's reservoir has he ever been for the middle class people, but it is what it is. But the theory that he can save us from the brown and black people, let's give him a try. He can do it. He can close the borders, make sure them brown people don't come over here no more. Let's go into the cities. Let's denigrate the Constitution every step of the way, which is what he's doing every time he opens his fucking dick suckers and says something about invading cities with military force. He's shitting on the Constitution, and you're allowing it because you're afraid of black and brown people. As a white person, you're afraid of black and brown people. So this is that white girl getting shot is you white people. You did that. Y'all did that. You all did that because of a fear of being replaced, because one of these theories, one of these conspiracy theories, great replacement theory, open border theory, they're going to replace this theory, they're going to take our job theory. You white people did this shit. And that's what a lot of black people are saying. You white people did this shit. We didn't ask for Donald Trump. We knew what time it was with Donald Trump. That's why we didn't vote for him. Y'all voted for him. Y'all voted in him because y'all thought he was the great white hope. And look where y'all drug all of us. Where we all got drunk. A white girl got shot in broad daylight. Broad daylight. And Donald Trump is saying, oh no, she deserved it. And half of y'all goofies is out here saying, yeah, she deserved it. Yeah, Donald Trump is right. She deserved it. Yeah. This is where you drug us. Because your fear of black and brown people. But that's okay. I get it. You got fear of black and brown people. Okay, fine. But you need to check that and figure it out. Because now we need to get out of this bullshit conspiracy. Now we need to get out of this. Okay? Because we have this great replacement thing going on. A new world order thing going on. Elders of Zion thing, all of this weird, goofy shit that people believe. Because I know that people believe this shit. Because I hear them in the chat. I hear them in my chat. talking just reckless, all kinds of just out of the side of their neck. Like, where did you get this? Where did you get this talk? You talking like you've been speaking to Donald Trump. You talking like you hear Donald Trump. So I know that you picking this shit up. I know a lot of y'all picking this shit up. Okay. I know you picking a lot of this shit up. And that's a bad thing. We looked at all of these stories and they all follow the same pattern. They all do. They all follow the same pattern. It has nothing to do with people coming over here trying to replace anything. Okay. Not one thing. Okay. It has to do with just a natural progression, natural means of survival. Okay. I'm not saying don't believe anything. What I am saying is there is no conspiracy behind immigration. There is no conspiracy behind people moving to United States. Us watching this lady get killed is a natural progression of the fear that played itself out. Because you got people making excuses for a person to get shot in the face. Nobody is replacing anybody. Wait a minute, what the hell is that called? I didn't say it to you all, did I? God's natural selection. There it is. This is God's natural selection. Whether you're meant to be 2% or you're meant to be 5%, Black people are meant to be 10%, or white people are meant to be 3%. It doesn't matter one way or the other. It's God's plan. It's God's natural selection. This is God's natural selection. And a lot of people are saying, no, we can't do X, Y, and Z. No, it has nothing to do with people, Joe Biden opening up the borders. It has nothing to do with any of that. This is just the way that it's just the way that people mix races, people mix things, and this is how it goes. Okay. And these conspiracy theories are just that. When the man said it to me, he said, the clergy, you need to look up the clergy theory. And I said, what? The clergy theory? What the hell is the clergy theory? Okay. And see, let's address that Joe Biden thing. People say Joe Biden opened up the borders. Okay. Joe Biden opened up the borders. Okay, I get y'all say Joe Biden opened them up. I have no thing that says that. I have no thing that proved that he didn't open them up or he didn't. I have no thought whatsoever on it because I never really thought about it. Okay. I never thought about it because they never affected me. Immigrants never affected me in that way, illegal or legal, because I take people one person at a time. However, Joe Biden could have opened up the borders, and this is where we're at. But he didn't open up the borders for any kind of replacement of white folks. He didn't open up the borders because of that. And I don't think he opened up the borders. I think it's something to do with something was happening at the border in which these people came. Okay. And he didn't open up the borders. He didn't open up the borders and say, y'all come on in here and just do what you got to do. Nobody can pull anything together that says that Joe Biden said, hey, all y'all come on over here and you can come on in and do what you want to do. I don't think anybody has ever said that. Okay. But this young white lady, you guys need to do something about this. I'm telling the white folks here. I'm telling the white folk, because here's the truth. The real truth is us black people are not getting in the streets because that's what they want us to do. They want us to get into the streets. We understand what what is going on. We understand that. It's up to you white folks to stop Donald Trump because you put him in the office. It's up to you to get him out. It's up to you to change it. And the only way to change what's happening in this country is to get rid of Donald Trump. That's the only way to change what's happening in the country. Otherwise, you're going to continue to see white girls get shot in the face. You're going to continue because, see, here's the thing. Donald Trump gave all of those people immunity. He gave those people immunity. Because as soon as Kristi Noem came on TV, I was like, oh, hell no. They gave those dudes immunity. He felt comfortable enough. He felt comfortable enough to get on camera and shoot that girl, which tells me they gave him immunity already. And he was comfortable enough to pull his gun out. The level of, the level of danger does not fit what he did. Okay. The level of danger does not fit her in a car. Okay. And that's the problem. The level of danger was not there. No, T-Money. It doesn't matter whether she was blocking the road or not. The level of danger was not there. The level of danger was not there. He had no reason to bring that. He had no reason. Hey, I dropped the link for anybody who want to come up and talk about that. The lady getting shot. I mean, the lady getting shot. Cause anybody come up with a okay. Okay, I dropped the link for people who want to come up and say something about getting shot, because everybody got theory. I don't understand. Does anybody have a policeman theory? Okay, and what the hell is happening? What the hell happened in Portland? We ain't talking about the Portland one because I don't know about the Portland one. Okay, are we sure the Portland shooting? It's a Portland shooting, a legitimate shooting? Or are they just saying these people are gang members? Okay. Are they just saying they're gang members? Because they can say a lot of things in order to support what they want to put out there. They can say a lot, and it could be wrong. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see that. Let me see this Minnesota shooting. Hold on. The Minnesota shooting by ICE. Hold on.
Here is that in.
Here's the video released by that officer. This is the video released by him. Okay, he's the one who released this video. Move this these thing. This is the video released by him.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. It's okay. We don't change our plates every.
Wait a minute. Hold on. He has a phone in his hand. Why does he have a phone in his hand circling the car? How is he feeling threatened in any way to the point where he needs to pull the gun out? Why? Okay. Why does he feel the need to pull the gun out right then? Okay. Why was he filming? Y'all make sure y'all hit the like and share and subscribe button. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. He has the gun out right now. Right now. Filming. He has the phone out right now. Filming. Why?
morning. just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Oh!
Vice President J.D. Vance reacted to this new video on X saying,
the video, that's his video. That's his video. Okay. Is there a front view? Wait a minute. Front, how do I search it? Front view of the shooting. I don't know whether that'll get me what I want, but okay, here we go. Here's one.
We want to now take a closer look at the videos we just saw.
Okay, hold on. Here's one. Here's a front video. Let's see.
Of the shooting incident. And joining us now to highlight some key points investigators will be looking at is NBC's Tom Winter. He covers law enforcement for us. So, Tom, we're going to start the video here, and we're going to stop it pretty quickly because there's stuff we were learning from the get-go. Again, the police chief saying this vehicle was blocking the federal agents right there.
That's right, Tom. And a big caveat, we don't know what happened before this, but they're definitely going to look at the fact this is an unmarked vehicle, but the lights are on. These are clearly members of law enforcement. So that's at least known to this driver.
Let's play the video because something else happens right here. Those officers approach the vehicle. They try to open the door. Let's stop it here. How will this help the investigators?
Whatever is said here, what these officers say, if the driver said anything or not, could really help them understand whether or not they thought there was some sort of an imminent threat. Was this person trying to listen to them? Were they scared? Or is this going to be a problem?
And then, of course, what the driver does next. Let's play that video. Trying to leave there. One of the officers felt like they were forced to fire, and they do. We want to show another angle, reverse angle of the same incident here. We're going to freeze it. This is that same angle here. And what does this show us, Tom?
Well, this appears to show an officer right in front of the vehicle. That, and between the way that the vehicle was moving and the timeline of that, how was the officer responding in that split second going to be critical for investigators.
Finally, one more piece of evidence we want to talk about here, and it is the bullet hole in the front of the windshield. What will this tell investigators?
Well, you look at this, you look at ballistics, you look at witness statements, you look at other video, all going to be part of this investigation. But, Tom, it's going to take some time.
All right, Tom Winter for us. Tom, we thank you for that. We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated.
Okay, that was one of the front views. That was one of the front views, and they stopped. Okay, so why didn't they keep the front view? Okay, let me see. Front view of the shooting. Let me do it again. Let me see if they front view of the shooting. That was one. You said from, okay, there's Fox News. This is ABC News. This is, okay, let me see. Can we see the front view? Front view. Right here, front view. Wait a minute. I'm trying to pull a front view up because I haven't really seen a front view. I've seen front views, but not very, distinctive. Somebody said go to, okay, where are we going? Let me see. Fox. This is ABC. This is a, wait a minute. Damn, that's a messed up angle too. Man, was there a good angle from you? Somebody said it was a good angle. Shut. I can't see. I can't see a good angle at all. Let me see. No, not there. Well, we just gonna look at this one angle. We're gonna look at this one angle. Because it's the only angle. That back picture is a very good picture. I don't know who took that back picture, but that back picture is very good. Why they couldn't get a better angle? I don't know. I mean, in the front. Why couldn't they get a better angle in the front? I don't know. Because there was people up there. They just, let me see if I can get that angle. Let me see. Hold on. Come on. Let's show the picture. Okay, here we go. I hope that ain't the bad. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Wait a minute. Here we go. Let's see this angle.
killing the driver. You can see several agents approach the maroon SUV. That's when the woman starts backing up as one agent keeps his hand on the driver's side door. Just behind him, another agent stands near the front of the vehicle. He's the one who shoots the woman, firing once through the windshield and 2 more times through the open driver's side window. But another video shows it all from another angle. This is the video that President Trump referred to on social media when he defended the agent's actions. From this view, you can see that agent toward the front of the SUV, and it appears that the vehicle does hit him. Seconds later, he fires 3 shots, and the SUV crashes into 2 parked cars.
Yeah, but the thing is, the first shot, see, hey, Tahilism, thank you. The first shot, why did you feel the need for the second, third, and fourth shot? That's the question. Why did you feel the need for the second, third, and fourth shot? There was no need for the second, third, and fourth shot. No need for that. Why did you do it? The whole point was he used extreme force. Okay? You used extreme force for something that you didn't need to use extreme force. It did not rise to the level of threat. That's what we're saying. It did not rise to the level of threat. And people keep saying, oh, she tried to hit him with the car. She hit him with the... No, she wasn't trying to hit him with the car. She wasn't trying to hit him with the car. That's what a lot of y'all don't get. She was not trying to hit him with the car. Because if she was trying to hit him with the car, his video absolves her. His video absolves her of trying to hit him with the car. Because in order to hit him with the car, she would have to be angry to hit him with the car. And she wasn't angry at all. She was like, go ahead, guy. Right here. This video proves him wrong.
That's fine, dude.
That's fine, dude. She's not angry at all. No, she was trying to run him over. She wanted to kill him. She tried to run him over with her car. Her attitude right there shows you that she was not trying to run him over. That attitude, that right there, he gave the proof. She was heading in the other direction, riding right past him. How the hell is it she was trying to run him over?
That's fine, dude.
That's fine, dude. She wasn't trying to run him over. That was the intent. Y'all trying to make it as though it's the intent, but that wasn't the intent. It never was the intent. It doesn't matter whether she did or not. She hit him by accident. And when she saw the gun made her accelerate out of there. Let me get the hell out of there. This motherfucker got a gun. If I'm trying to run you over, then I have some malice towards you. I feel some kind of way towards you. She don't feel some kind of way. It was a matter of him being right there and her turning her wheels to the right. Ain't no giving information. My eyes work just like your eyes work. My eyes work just like your eyes work. I don't see no attitude in her. It has nothing to do with what he told her. Why was he engaging with her and she's not an immigrant? Why is he engaging with her at all? She's not an immigrant. Get your ass out of the way and move along. Why would you need to get her out of the car? She turned around to get out of the way. A car went past her a car went past her. She said, come on, ICE agents. ICE agents didn't want her to go by. The ICE agents jumped out on her. They jumped out on her. She was waving them to go in front of her. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's on tape. She said, go ahead. Go ahead. They said, no, bitch, we finna pull you over. Get your ass out of the car. Why are you trying to get me out of the car? You already got my license plate. What's going on? This is wild. She was trying to leave. She wasn't trying to run nobody over. Okay. This video, she didn't have no hostility. See, trying to run somebody over, you would have hostility towards a person. Okay. She didn't have hostility towards him. Okay. That's it. Right here.
That's fine, dude.
She don't have no hostility towards that man. None whatsoever. She said, that's fine, dude. We leaving. We gone. She's aggressive. How's she aggressive? Y'all, some of y'all eat charcoal. I get it. You do. You do. Some of y'all eat charcoal. I get it.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not.
That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later.
She was dropping her kid off at school. You see the story that they trying to spin, that she was following them, agitating them. She wasn't following them. She dropped the kid off at school. The motherfucker shot her. The level of threat was not there. And he's experienced enough where he knows that the level of threat is not there. Okay? He knows that she wasn't there to run him over. He knows that. But as quick as the Trump regime came out and said, oh, she tried to run him over. She was an agitator, blah, blah, blah. You a lie, because she was there to drop off her kid. This is crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. People trying to make excuses, but then they've been making excuses for Donald Trump and the Epstein files since the Epstein files came out. Why is this a surprise that they trying to make an excuse for this? Their whole life is full of excuses. Whole life is full of excuses. Let me excuse Donald Trump calling a woman Miss Piggy. Let's excuse Donald Trump stumping on the Constitution. Let's excuse Donald Trump calling people and trying to blackmail people. Let's excuse Donald Trump from trying to get Jimmy Kimmel thrown off the air. Let's excuse Donald Trump from calling people saying they got dirty blood. Let's excuse Donald Trump from the Epstein files. Let's excuse Donald Trump for cheating on his wife. Let's excuse Donald Trump. He said that this person was doing X, Y, and Z. Let's excuse Donald Trump. Every step of the way. So of course they're going to excuse the girl getting. But see, most of us ain't worried. Us black and brown people ain't worried about this shit. They gonna start shooting you white folks now. They're gonna start shooting you white folks now. Now they don't. Now they got immunity, so now they can take your head off, white, black, or whatever. They don't care. Us black folks ain't going into the fucking street.
That's fine. U.S. citizen, former. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Oh.
All right, so we did want to play that out for you with all of the audio. Those were just the few moments seemingly right before that deadly shooting took place. And so, of course, we are still watching. As we know, tensions are rising as those state leaders are voicing concern over.
Yeah, she got ran over. Or she supposedly ran over the cop, and the cop.
The Trump administration is reportedly sending 1,000 more ICE agents.
So they doubling down, because now You got goofies and you got goofies believing that this person is that ICE agents are being attacked. You got the president trying to pretend like people are actually getting attacked by ICE agents.
Why? This, to me, is the definition of strong and wrong. And I know MAGA folk are saying now they're going to find out. I believe that's asking for more violence. And you better remember that when the enemies that
wait a minute, where is that? Y'all show me in this video right here. Y'all show me where he got ran over at. Show me where he got ran over at. I don't see nobody getting ran over right here.
Remember that when the enemy,
I don't see nobody getting ran over. I don't see nobody. I see a hand extended into the car. I don't see nobody getting ran over. Where did he get ran over at?
Now they're going to find out.
Where did he get ran over at?
MAGA folk are saying now they're going to find out.
He already had the damn gun out. Okay? He already had the damn gun out. I don't see it. He got his arm extended into the car already. And even if we took your theory that he shot into the car to defend himself, why did he shoot 3 more times? Why didn't he just shoot 1 time? No, there's 2 dudes right here. There's 2 dudes right here. One right there, one right there. 2 dudes. Those are the dudes he's talking about, right? Let me see.
And I know MAGA folk are saying,
where's the other guy? The 2 dudes we're talking about are right there. No, I'm not. I'm looking at the same video. There he is right there. The one that pulled the gun on her. He right there. Standing at the edge of the car. Right there. There it is right there. He's right there.
Is the definition of strong and wrong.
So he shot through the windshield. Before she even got near him, he shot through the windshield. Look at it again.
To me, is the definition of strong and wrong.
Before you see that cloud of dust? Do y'all see the cloud of smoke hit the car before she even turned? He shot through the car before she even turned.
Why?
Look, boom. You see that cloud of dust right there? Boom.
Why?
Cloud of dust. And his body ain't nowhere near the car. He bounced off the car. But that don't explain why he shot 3 times. That don't explain why he hit her 3-4, he shot 3-4 more times. That don't explain that. Explain why he had to shoot 3-4 more times.
To me, is the definition of strong and wrong. And I know MAGA folk are saying now they're going to find out. I believe that's asking for more violence. And you better remember that when the enemies that you are so desperate to create make life difficult for you for saying it or for your families. You're playing a stupid and dangerous game.
He talking to you MAGA folks. He ain't talking to the regular folks. He talking to you the MAGA folks.
And I know because I'm stuck in the game. I get the threats. My family has paid the price for my presence in this Thunderdome. And it is only getting worse.
And that's what we keep saying. It's only getting worse. It's only getting worse. Okay. She is not supposed to, for one, she was not supposed to be under arrest. She's not an illegal immigrant. These are border patrol people, right? These are border patrol people. The border patrol people, right? Which means the border patrol is supposed to be arresting illegal immigrants, not regular white folks. Why would she need to get out of the car? That's not a lawful order. Why would you need to pull me out of the car? I'm not doing anything but turning around because you guys got the road blocked, so I'm turning around. You went out, you were out of pocket with what the way you did it. This never needed to happen. Okay. No, you telling me to get out of the car is why. I don't need to get out of the car. I didn't do anything wrong. That's the point. I didn't do anything wrong. Okay. There's no point in her getting out of the car. She didn't do anything wrong. She didn't do anything wrong. He shot. The level of threat was not there. So he had no business shooting at her. Okay. They weren't following ICE agents. They were dropping somebody off. They dropped off the kid. Okay. They were dropping off the kid. They weren't following him. That's the story that they try. That's the story they're trying to tell you, is that they were disobeying orders. That's the story they're trying to tell you. How they get dropping people off and they were following ICE all day. That's bullshit. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard any of them talk. Okay. She dropped her kid at daycare so that she could be a part of a convoy of cars that followed ICE around, antagonizing and harassing him. She then refused to comply and hit the. Okay, so of course, GOB. She deserved it. She deserved to get kicked up. She deserved to get broke off. She deserved to die. Of course she did. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly what you're saying. She deserved to die. Anytime you follow the police, anytime you harass the police, anytime you get in front of a police officer and don't do what they say, you deserve to die. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so what? Now, if that's the case, okay, if that's the case, then you know what the consequences of that are. That means you're giving the okay to the police, the border enforcers, anybody in law enforcement, anybody that is looking for illegal immigrants. You're giving them the okay to kill people on sight regardless, and they have immunity. Just be careful about what you're asking for. You're saying no matter what, they have the right to shoot you. Okay? No matter what they have, that's what they're saying. Hey, look, us black people already there. We already in that position. We don't give a fuck. You white people are just about to understand. That police are gonna kill you on sight. And specifically, you white women who think you got privilege. This is wild. It's okay. Just because you don't follow orders and and they ain't even looking for me. I'm just a side thing. He shot through the front of the windshield. He was in front of the car. He was in front of the car. Where he wasn't supposed to be. Why was he in front of the car and he know his ass been dragged before? If you know your ass been dragged before, why the hell you in front of the car? Why the hell you dumb as hell? You sound dumb as hell. The minute somebody mention race, you goofies come in here talking about they're racial. Just because people mention race doesn't mean they're racial. You sound goofy as hell. No, they're gonna give them license to run around. Okay, they're gonna give them license to run around and shoot people without any kind of consequence. Okay, without any, just let the policemen do all that they want to do. Hey, we ain't finna argue with no policeman. We ain't finna argue. It's called natural selection. You right. That's what it's called. Natural selection. So now it's time for the white folks to get broke off until y'all get tired of getting broke off. See, we know how to stay. Black folks know how to stay in the house. Now it's time for you white folks to figure out how it's to stay in the house, what it means to stay in the house, be scared to go outside. It's time for y'all to figure it out. Because if it's going to be okay for the policemen to just do what they want, go ahead. Do what you want. We going to stay in the house. We going to let y'all get broke off. That's all. We just going to let you get broke off. Okay? And we ain't going to say nothing. If you don't want to stand up for yourself, we ain't going to stand up for you. If you don't want to stand up for yourself, we ain't going to stand up for you. Okay? We said this is unacceptable. We said people getting shot and hurt, and this is unacceptable. Okay? But you say it's okay. A lot of you Republicans say it's okay. The whole point is you're going to lose you're going to lose the midterms because people are tired of this. And ICE is to blame. ICE is going to be to blame. Okay? And it doesn't matter what she tried to do, what she didn't try to do. It doesn't matter. That's the point. It doesn't matter what she was trying to do. That's what y'all don't get. That you keep saying it doesn't make it any better. It doesn't make it any better. It doesn't matter what she was trying to do, where she was trying to go, whether she was following them to harass them, to do anything like that. Her following them doesn't rise to the level where she needed to lose her life. It doesn't rise to that level. And nobody can say it did. But the police and the government are going to try to spin it that way. Hey, look, we have already ran across this kind of thing. Black folks deal with this stuff every day. Now it's time. Here he is. Here he is walking right here. So his foot is hurt, huh? His foot is hurt, right? Everything is hurt, huh? He limping. He hurt. He need to go to the hospital. He got all that. Don't fool yourself, cat. Don't fool yourself, cat. Don't get your hopes up. People are hating this shit. A white lady who was just having fun, who didn't have any kind of problem, who didn't have any kind of issue, is dead. Okay? Who didn't have any kind of issue is dead. And this person is over here, and not him. I don't want to see no pictures of that. But ain't nobody buying he had to go to the hospital. Nobody's buying that. Okay? Nobody's buying that. And he didn't, because he walked away. Right here. Where we see him walking away. Where we see this man. Right here. Wait a minute. This when she got shot. Picture. They get out. Then they turn the camera. This is her. Where's the camera? Here he come. This is him right here. He's hurt all right. She hurt him all right. He's walking just fine as far as I can see, all right. And he's a policeman. No, he's an enforcement agent, and he's been in this situation before. And he don't know how to de-escalate a situation. He don't know how to do nothing like that. All he knows how to do is pull his gun out. They ain't taught you no kind of techniques. They ain't taught you nothing except pull your gun out. He's walking. As far as I can see, he's walking. And ain't nothing wrong. There's no other angle. Y'all keep saying another angle. There is no other angle. I'm not taught, and I don't really care about the angle. That's not the point. The angle is not the point. The point is Did this rise to the level in which you needed to shoot another human being? Did it rise to that level? Okay. Did it rise to that level of threat? Did it rise to the threat that he needed to pull out a gun? No, he didn't. Okay. Front view of the shooting. I was just watching what the hell? Let me see. Let me open this one up. Hold on. Let me open this one up. I'm not arguing whether I'm not arguing whether it's right or wrong. I'm not arguing either one of those. I'm arguing that the level of threat he felt was not to the point where he needed to pull out a gun. That's the only thing I'm arguing. I'm not arguing anything else other than that. I'm saying, okay, fine. Maybe you should have. What the hell? Okay, fine. Maybe you should have pulled a gun out.
No!
See, there he is right there in the middle of the car. There he is right in the middle of the street. I don't see him limping. Anybody see him limping?
Okay, now
Don't nobody see him limping. Don't nobody see him limping. He ain't limping nowhere. He didn't get hit by no car. He got clipped by a car. His arm and stuff got clipped by a car. His body got clipped by a car. But he didn't get hurt by the car. And he shot in the front of the car. When he saw her driving, he pulled out his gun and he shot her then. He shot her as she was turning away. Okay. I don't see him. I see him walking away.
No!
Already got your gun out. Already got your gun out.
No!
And so here's the thing. We don't care whether she meant to hit him or shoot him or hurt him, or it doesn't matter. The whole point is that he has to face those consequences. And a jury of his peers, people that understand exactly what he was doing, people understand exactly what he should have done, should be the arbiters, should be the people who judge him. The American, we all seen it. We all seen it. Everybody's seen it. Okay? Everybody's seen it. The whole point is we're not judge and jury. We're not the people that need to determine whether the level of threat was there. I'm saying the level of threat wasn't there, but then I could be wrong. Everybody says it was a car. It was a lethal car. But the girl saying to him, it's okay, dude. It's okay. While she's driving by means she's not meaning to hurt anyone. Her intent is not to hurt or run over anyone. People have to figure out her intent. Was that her intent? No. You keep talking about what shoulda, woulda, coulda. We're talking about intent. Talk to me about intent. Don't talk to me about what she should have. She should have got out of the car. She should have followed order. She should have. Shut the fuck up. Don't tell me about what she should have did. Tell me about her intent. What was her intent? What was her intent? Did she mean to? Did she intend to shoot him? I mean, did she intend to run him over? No, she did not intend to run him over. She did not intend to run him over. No, she did not intend to run him over. I don't want to hear about what she shoulda, woulda, coulda. What was her intent? Her intent was to turn her car and go wherever the fuck she was going. Because that's the way her car was turned. That's the way her attitude was. Her attitude was, it's not a big deal, dude. Not a big deal. That was her intent because he showed the video. Okay. But this is the thing. That's why he brought that gun out. He brought that gun out because he has immunity. He has immunity. Immunity means I can shoot you in broad daylight like he did. Broad daylight. and end that girl's life. And folks are gonna let it roll. Y'all gonna let it roll because you won't think you right. You're not right. It doesn't matter whether he shot. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters except the intent of both of these people. Did you intend to run him over? No, I didn't, officer. I had my car turned the other way, X, Y, and Z. One of the major points they're going to ask about is what was her intent? What was his intent? Doesn't he have training? I thought they had training. I thought people like this had training enough to know to figure out dangers and intents. And he was in a car dragging thing before, right? If he was in a car dragging thing before, why is he standing in front of a car if he was drugged before? Hey, Aaron.
Hello.
Hey, I'm here.
How are you?
Good. What's happening? What's your take on this?
I don't know. I saw the front angle. She hit somebody.
Yeah, but she did she hit him enough where he needed to shoot 3, 4, 5 times?
I would have, if I were the person getting hit, I would have popped her. From what I saw, yeah.
You would have shot her in the face.
You don't. All right. When a vehicle is running you over, you don't have the kind of accuracy. See, people think they know what they're talking about when it comes to shooting at people and getting shot at. In the moment, you do not have pinpoint accuracy of what's you're not making those kind of quick decisions. It's not like being at the range where you're aiming your weapon at a target. It's not like that. It is not like that at all. If someone's running me over with a vehicle, I'm going to shoot them. Shoot them in the face? Like, I don't know. I'm shooting them. I mean, I can tell you where I'm aiming, but if a car is running you over, how much control do you have of your body? Seriously.
So why did he think she was going to run him over?
No, she was running him over. What I'm saying is,
No. Why would he think that when her attitude was not anywhere near running him over?
What are you talking about? Yeah, what I saw
on the video camera that the policeman is filming. One of the policemen is filming, and they ride next to he's filming her face, and he said something about go away or you need to leave, and she said, "It's not a problem, dude. I'm leaving. It's not a problem." Very calmly and very casually, smiling. Not a problem, dude. And she takes off, and the guy is at the end of the car, and then she hits the guy at the end of the car. She had no intention of running over anybody.
Oh no! See, I'm not a mind reader. I can only see what I'm looking at in the video.
Right.
I can only see what my eyes see. Her intention. That's a conversation that I need to have with her, and I would need to be qualified to be able to deduce her intent based on her words. See, that's the thing.
Absolutely.
We can only make assessments based on what we're qualified to assess. I'm qualified to look at like combat situations. And tell you what, like look at a video of a combat situation and make an assessment from that point only. When you start talking about intention and all that, I would need to interview her and I would need to be qualified to interview her, which I'm not.
So why would he think that she was trying to kill him? That's the question I keep asking people.
I don't know. I'm saying I saw her run somebody over with the car.
So why would you think I was trying to kill you?
You running me over with the car. What else you trying to do?
But I wasn't trying to run you over with the car. You know that.
I'm telling you, no, I don't know that. I'm telling you, I saw a video. I saw a video from another angle where she was running somebody over with this car.
Yeah, she hit. Why wasn't he limping? Why wasn't he hurt if she ran him over?
Who cares? HQ. I saw a video of a woman running a man over with the vehicle. Okay, to answer your question, there's a hormone that's released in the body called adrenaline. Pain and things don't necessarily catch up. The things that you're doing while in the moment, it's gonna be a minute. If he has a broken foot, he can still walk. I mean, you would need like your leg complete. You would need a compound fracture of the leg to completely remove your ability to walk. In the moment, your body's gonna do some pretty amazing things, right? And who knows how bad he was run over. But what I'm telling you is when someone takes a vehicle and proceeds to try to run you over with it, what's happening in that moment and what the results are, you can't, it's not, have you ever been run over by a car?
Yeah, almost.
No. See, that wasn't I didn't ask you if you almost been run over by a car. I said, have you actually been run over by a car?
No, I'm just saying I almost was. That's all.
No, right. But the question was, have you been? You see, you're
I mean,
changing the question.
I've been hit like that. I've been hit like that too. I've been hit like that when someone is trying to turn the car and I'm standing at the edge of the car. I've been hit like that. Yes.
No. Have you been? That's not what I asked. Have you been run over by a car?
No, I've never been run over by a car. No.
Okay,
But
all right. So wait.
Why was he standing in front of the car? Why was he standing in front of
you would have to ask him. I don't know. You gotta ask him.
And he's been drugged before. Why are you standing in front of the car before?
So wait. I don't know. I'm not him. I wasn't there. But if he's been drugged before, what we can deduce is that he's going to have some sort of PTSD response to another. That's why I asked if you've ever been run over. Right? But that wasn't a question based on your direct experience. I want to know what you understand about PTSD. Right? If you've ever been run over by a car before, then any car pointed at you is going to give you the heebie-jeebies, right? That's why I asked you that. If he's been drugged before, his response is not going to be the response that you would have.
So you're
being
saying
almost run over by a car.
So what you're saying is the level of threat. He felt so threatened that he went straight for the gun.
I'm telling you, I would have. What I saw, I would have. From what I looked at, the other angle, if I were in his shoes based on purely what I saw in that video, I would have opened fire on this woman.
Now, most people would not have pulled the gun out and said, I'm going to kill her first.
Now, most people aren't trained, number one. Number two,
right.
That's not that. Wait. That's not, we don't know that's what he said.
Most of us are not trained. But he's trained not to pull his gun out.
No, the second part was you said he pulled his gun out with the intent to kill her. He said, I'm going to kill her. Why can't it be, I'm going to save my life? I'm going to stop this vehicle from running me over.
Because that wasn't the level of threat. Was it the level of threat that she's trying
yes,
to life?
Okay.
You don't know. You cannot say what his intent was because you told me.
No. If you ask a question, you gotta let the answer come out to the question. See, this is the hopscotch.
You're giving him grace because you think you know how he feels.
You
stopped me from attributing feelings to her. So
let's do this one at a time without making assumptions. Let's just do this thing one at a time. From the top, I saw this vehicle running clearly in motion with this man in its path. I'm telling you what I would have done if I had a firearm. I'm going to try to neutralize the driver if I were in his shoes. What you see, you're changing the words. You're saying he said, I've decided I'm going to take my gun out and kill this person. I didn't say that's what he said. I'm not him. I said what I said. If I were in his shoes, my next move, if I had a firearm, is to neutralize the driver. You're changing the words.
And I'm saying to you, the level of threat you felt, you're the trained officer. You're the one who's supposed to figure out situations and analyze whether this is an extreme threat or not. She didn't try to run over the other guy that was standing there too. She didn't try to run over any other person. She just wants to run you over. You're the only one that is supposed to get run over. She tried not to run nobody else over.
All right, stop right there. We're going to do this one at a time. If you are in process of being run over by a car, do you think your mind is calculating through these other options you just presented?
Yeah.
She didn't want to run him over. She didn't want to run him over. She only wants to run me over. The car is climbing up your ass.
But here's the thing.
Wait. Let's one at a time. Don't listen to not move past this.
Okay.
The car is in process of climbing your ass. What is on your mind in that moment? Prevent this from going any further. How to do that? Who's behind the wheel? Stop them.
But it's not to pull a gun out.
No. Okay. What's the best way of stopping this vehicle from climbing your ass? Now, it has begun to climb.
Nobody is. I know this person is trying to leave, trying to pull off.
No, stop. The vehicle is upon you.
You're asking me what I'm assuming. I'm assuming she's trying to get out of there.
I'm not asking you what you're assuming. I'm asking you what would enter your mind. I'm not asking you what you assuming.
That would enter my mind. I'm telling you what would enter my mind. She's not trying to run me over. She's trying to get away. That would enter my mind.
With the vehicle on you.
My mind would not run directly towards pulling my gun out.
What would come to anyone's mind? Forget about gun. Let's just forget about gun. What do we all know the instinct of a human being would be? Stop this from happening.
That's my point.
Right. Now, put the gun back.
Why did his
slow
mind
down
go to the top? Why did his mind go to the top floor instead of somewhere?
Slow down. Right. We get ready to answer that. HQ. Slow down. The car is upon your ass. You are in the act of being run over. Your mind says stop this at all costs. Now, you have some options that are readily available to you. One of them is a firearm.
One of them may
wait. You're facing the vehicle. This vehicle has already put itself on you. Running is no longer an option. The mind already knows vehicles are faster than me.
My mind would have been to put my hands on the top of the car and move my body out of the way. That would have been my first instinct.
Right,
so she wouldn't run my feet over. That would be my first instinct.
The car is on you.
Yes.
You're gonna put your hands on top of a car that has begun to run your ass over.
Yes, to push my body out of the way. Yes.
Yeah, you ain't never been hit by no car. Okay.
Here's the thing. He already had the gun out before she even moved the car.
All the more reason. Exactly. That's a more viable option in the moment.
Him having the gun out, he never should have had the gun out.
Well, that's a different conversation.
And when he saw her drive, he saw her going to the right, trying to drive away. You can put your hands on the car and push your body out of the way.
No, you didn't review that angle, right? I saw the angle. You didn't review it, so you're speculating. I don't know if you saw what I saw.
When people's first instinct when a car's coming to them is to dive out of the way. His should have been to dive out of the way, but it wasn't. His first instinct was to pull a gun out and shoot through the windshield.
Well, no, listen. The instinct of dive out of the way has already been exhausted. It failed. The car is now upon him, which means diving did no evasive maneuver work. He was outmaneuvered.
Diving out of the way would have worked just fine.
No, what did I just say, HQ? Repeat, so I know you know what I'm saying. Repeat what I said.
If you're going to the left, she's going to the right.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I need you to repeat exactly what I said. Don't put any sauce on it.
I don't. What did you say?
Okay. The option to evade is no longer viable because the car is upon you. Any evasive maneuvers that have been attempted have failed. The car caught up to your ass.
No.
You can't evade your way out. Wait, HQ, this is how I know you're not listening.
Because you're saying something that's not true. Because the escalation.
How can you understand what I'm saying and you're not? Are you listening to respond, or are you listening to understand what I'm saying?
Oh, because you said all of the avenues have been exhausted. All of the avenues have not
That's
even.
not what I said, HQ. That's how I know you're not listening. I said evasive maneuvers are no longer viable. I didn't say all options have been exhausted. That's how I know you're not listening.
And what other option? Oh, okay. So what evasive actions were not viable?
Any that were attempted, because the
No.
car.
I need to know, which ones are you talking about were not available?
All of evasive maneuvers when a car is upon you is no longer. How do you're going to maneuver out from the way of a car that has already made contact with you? How do you change the past? This car is on you now. You can't. There's no diving out of the way of something that has already made contact with you. Any moves that you had a chance to make, they either failed or you didn't make them.
Okay, so
the car is making contact with your ass right now.
So
you cannot push a car off of you. That's the only option you have now is to stop the vehicle or push it off of you. You can't run now.
She backed up. She turned her wheels to the right. You're walking. You're on the left side of the car.
No, that's why you got to look at the other angle. You got to look at the other angle.
So he's in front of the car?
What did I say, HQ? You got to look at the other angle.
No, I'm asking you. He's in front of the car? Because
I don't know. What I saw was somebody is in the front quarter panel of the car in front of where the headlight is. And she's running the man over. I just looked at it. I just watched it.
She is right there in front. She's right there in the front. What is the video? Let me see. The front video. I know I seen a video. I seen one where this happened. But I cannot see
that's what we need to see.
I seen one where the front got he was right there in the front. It was a very good one, but I don't know who did that. Who seen that one? Let me see. Wait, hold on. I only get the one where. Oh, okay. Let me see. Hold on. This is one, but it ain't all that clear. But this is one. Hold on. It ain't all that clear, but it's clear. It's sort of clear. Sort of clear. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let's look. Sort of clear. Hold on. Right here. Wait a minute. And it shows a front. Okay, this is the side.
The 37-year-old woman begins
backing. No, it's from the front. Yeah, when you had it up before,
and the other arm appears to be reaching inside.
No, that's not the one.
Window.
It gets there. I just said it gets
at the same time. There is an agent on the front left corner of that SUV. That is the agent who fires his gun.
Right there. He's on the side of that vehicle.
That's not the one. That's not the clip.
Hold on. They're going to get to it. There's space between him and that car right there.
Okay, how many times we gonna watch this?
So wait a minute. So why do he need to shoot? She's already passed him.
He didn't shoot yet. Why are we going through this over
That's
and over?
what I'm saying. Why is he shooting? Isn't he in front of this guy?
No, I said he didn't. Why don't you advance?
Hold on. Is he in front of this guy or not?
No, that's not the guy. That's what I'm saying. Go, just advance. Stop trying.
No, wait. Yes, it is the guy. He's in front of this guy right there. Don't you see him?
Play the thing. Play it out. Just play it.
Look.
Play to the point where you say they get to the front angle.
At the same time,
you said second person there. You see, there's two people there. Stop.
That is the agent who fires his gun.
Him right there.
First, it appears to be through the windshield. The following two shots through the open window.
HQ,
angle from the front of the SUV.
You said they get to the part where they're in the front. Can we get to that? Can we get to that?
The angle President Donald Trump refers to on social media when
she don't run him over, he backs up.
Yo, HQ, get to the part where they're at the front of the vehicle, please.
I just showed you
his gun.
That's not the angle.
Through the windshield, the following two shots through the open window. But there is another angle from the front of the SUV. It is the angle President Donald Trump refers.
Why they don't go slow? There he is right there.
All right, you know what? You're not trying to have a because you're not going to the front angle. You keep looking at the damn rear license plate of this car.
The ICE agent's actions. In it, you see the agent on the front left corner of the SUV, and in the chaos, it does appear to show that agent being hit by that SUV.
Jackpot.
The agent then fires 3 times, reportedly hitting the woman in the face. The driver then crashes into 2 parked cars.
His hand is hit.
No. It says what did she just say? She said it does appear that the vehicle does what?
Appear to show that agent being hit by that SUV.
There you go.
The agent then fires 3 times, reportedly hitting the woman in the face.
But he's
the
already
driver
It didn't hit his head. The car didn't hit his hand. The vehicle appears to be hitting the agent.
right, and he already has the gun out. Why?
Okay, that's fine. Like I said before, that's another conversation. Our thing is the car's hitting this man.
But why does he have the gun out
when he defends the ICE agent's actions? In it, you
That's
see the
another
agent on the
conversation.
front left corner of the SUV, and in the chaos, it
already
does
has the
appear
gun
to
out.
show that agent being hit by that SUV. The agent then fires 3 times.
Look, right there. You see the car hitting him.
Yes.
Reportedly hitting the woman in the face.
You see the car hit. I just watched that car hitting this man.
You see the agent on the front
That's all I'm
left corner
saying.
of the SUV.
If I were
And in
him,
the
I
chaos,
would have been
it
popping the
does appear
driver.
to show that agent being hit by that SUV. The agent then fires 3 times, reportedly hitting the woman in the face.
3
You
times.
can see the front corner. You can see the front corner of the car hitting that man.
Yes. But
Okay, stop. HQ, stop.
But did
Wait,
it
stop.
rise to the level?
HQ. I'm not done. You said yes. I said if I were that man, I would have been busting shots at the driver. That's all I'm saying. You just said yes. You saw this car hitting a person.
And I'm saying to you, did it rise to the? Did you feel threatened enough where you needed to shoot her 3 times in the face?
Okay, I'm gonna say it again.
We not there.
A car is hitting me. I'm shooting the driver.
Okay,
We're not there.
That's my point. My point is, does it rise to that level? And then,
We're not there to judge that.
And a jury needs to find that out. And a jury needs to look that up. That's it. HD247. Hello.
Hello. You hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. Yes.
Okay. I just want to piggyback off what the gentleman just said. You know what I mean? Because that lady was in the wrong. First of all, we got to put everything in context. The context was she brought the confrontation to the ICE agents. The ICE agents didn't bring the confrontation to her. So, with that being said, you have her wife or whatever like that coming out there talking trash to the agents, talking about, hey, buddy, bring your lunch and you want some of me and all this stuff like that. It's already a veil of anger and distrust and fight anyway. So what do you expect them to do? But to be honest with you, I feel like he might not have had to do it, but that's me. I feel I might would have done it. I would have just gun butted her ass and pulled her out the car. But at the same time, if somebody got a car coming at me and I got a gun, I'm gonna pop that gun off. It's just where it is. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and just get ran over and then act like.
That's all I was saying.
I'm popping off that pistol. Like, ain't no way in the world, man. I'm gonna sit there and just be like, but I understand. Like, damn, did you have to kill her? I understand that, but it's not me. I'm not there. Me personally, go ahead.
No. Look, I'm saying, look, you're right. I'm with you, bro. That's all I'm saying. Look, there's a dude in front of the car, not the dude with the hood on, the dude with nothing on his head. That's the dude that got hit. That's the dude that was shooting. The guy that's circling, not the guy closest to the camera.
Right here.
Right. Go ahead. My bad.
No, you're right. Not the dude closest to the camera. The dude with nothing on his head. That's the dude right there. He was in front of the car. He draws his gun. You can see when he draws his gun. You can see his hand go to his hip.
Hey, HQ, you need to get the shooter.
No gun. Now he pulls his gun. You see that? That's what. Yo, come on, HQ. Seriously.
No.
He didn't have his gun out.
You need the shooter's POV. You don't got the shooter's POV.
Right. Look, now the gun comes out. The gun came out at the last minute, HQ. What are you talking about?
No, the gun came out before she
No,
started.
no, look, there's no gun. There's no gun.
Right now,
There's no
right
gun.
now,
He just took
before
it out.
she even moves, he pulls the gun out.
No,
Watch.
go back. Look.
Right
stop,
here,
stop.
look.
There's no gun.
I don't know. You might got you there.
He just pulled it out. You can see he just pulled it out.
Yes, right before she moved.
Right before she went forward. Look, there's no gun, there's no gun, there's no gun, there's no gun, there's no gun. Down the gun. Look, right there.
Oh, yeah. He reaching for it. You saw him reaching for it.
you saw when he pulled it out, HQ.
Saw him reaching for it.
It was at the last minute.
Look at her tire.
Look at the gun. Stop.
Man.
Right there. No.
That has nothing to do with it. The tire has nothing to do with it.
Hold on. We done seen the gun. The tire is turned to the right. Why would he?
That means nothing. It's still going forward. You hear the engine roar.
Hey, I listen to y'all. I already listened to your theory. You said the gun. I said, look at the tire. The tire has intent. The car has intent. The driver has intent. Hold on.
When you stand in front of the car, you can't see the tires. Come on now.
No. Y'all saying the part of the reason why she deserved it is that she tried to run him over. She did not try to run him over. Look at the tire. The tire is turned all the way to the right to get away.
HQ, stop right there.
Hold on. No. Y'all can't make
Why is she trying to run? They're the damn police.
Stop right there.
Agents.
Stop right there. Let's talk.
No matter.
Let's talk about the tire.
They gave her a command to stop and get out the car.
No, she said, let's look at the tire. Stop with the tire. Can we talk about the tire?
Tire.
Let's talk about the tire.
Tire. To the right.
No, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop.
Where's
HQ.
the guy? The guy is not there. The guy is not there.
No, HQ, why are you moving forward when we don't agree with the tire?
Wait a minute. Don't you see the tire right there?
Stop. Can I talk? How can he see the tire from standing in front of the vehicle?
And how does he know it's turned enough not to hit him?
How does HQ, the camera's perspective is on an angle and at a distance where you can see the tire, but standing next to a vehicle, especially in front of the vehicle, when you look down, all you see is the hood of the vehicle. You don't see the tire.
I am addressing the narrative that she was trying to run him over. She was not.
You heard the engine rev.
The man shooting her.
You heard the engine rev up. She was going forward.
I am trying to address the narrative that she tried to run him over. She did not.
Okay, how is the man who got hit?
Car in drive.
How is the man who got hit supposed to know that?
That's right. He's
Did she have the car in drive?
He is trained to know the difference. He is trained.
Did the lady have the car in drive, ma'am?
He's trying to assess the situation.
Okay.
Did she have the car in drive?
I am not trying to assess the situation here. And even if I grant y'all that he didn't know in the split second that it happened. I grant you that. Let's grant you that. What explains the second, third, and fourth shot?
I think he missed. I think he double tapped it. Exactly. That's part of training. See, here's the HQ. You ready? Because I have enough training to train this guy, right? When you keep saying the training, what does the training tell you to do, since you know about the training? Because I can tell you.
The training.
What does it say? What is he trained to do?
He's trained to assess threats.
Okay, so based on what you see, what should his training have told him?
His training should have said, I shoot one time, not 4 times.
That's not what the training says.
What does the training say? Shoot 4 times?
Double tap 3 times.
What?
Yes. The first
Stop
three.
the threat.
Look. Training 1, 2, 3. Your first one is not. There's no guarantee. You aim center mass and you let 3 go and then reassess the situation. That's what the training says.
Say what?
Aim center mass, discharge 2 to 3 rounds, and then reassess the results.
Yeah, but your assessment is also supposed to assess what situation are we in. Are we in a situation where this person is a threat to me, and can I
Hey,
stop them?
Yes, yes. So the answer is yes. Once you discharge your weapon, the
No.
answer is yes.
And this is where I come back to. Was the
hey,
danger?
hey,
Wait, hold
all right,
on.
all right.
He shot 4 times.
Wait, you said 3. You changing the numbers on us?
Oh, no, I'm talking about 3 after the first one.
It said pop, pop, pop.
He shot, according to report, is it 3 or 4 shots? I don't know.
3.
Or 4 shots.
Come on, you said it first. You said it right the first time.
Hold on. Either way it goes, the level of threat was not there after the first shot.
You're not trained to make that assessment.
And my whole point is he's trained to make that assessment.
So am I. And I'm telling you, you're not, you don't have the qualification. You don't have the qualification to say the level of threat is not there.
Finish the video. Watch the video. How many times did he shoot?
We didn't see the video many times.
Okay. And we see the arm extended.
But you haven't showed the right angle, man.
Hold on. We still see
show the other angle.
But hold on. We still see the arm extended shooting. Why is there a need to continue to shoot?
I can answer your question.
And she's already going the other way. Why?
I can answer your question. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question right here, Don. Real talk. I believe now. I don't know for a fact, but I believe he shot the first one, and then I think he just pretty much the lady was going towards him with the car. I think he just actually double tapped for the second because if you hear the gun go off, it's like it's like really close, really too close actually. Like he almost just you know what I mean? Just accidentally hit him for the second and third time. I don't know. That's not.
Each round is intentional, right? And when you do,
let me ask you this though. But did you hear the difference within the first shot and the second and third shot? The first shot was 1, then the second and third was like real extremely close together, almost like he fumbled it.
Yeah, no. So what that tells you is he's repositioning his aim, or maybe the bullet, it ricocheted. You're going through windows, stuff like that. The first one, he might have wanted to clear the window and then get the center mass. But there's different reasons why your shooting pattern would change. But that's why we put 3 rounds out there. The first one is a seek. The first shot is a find and seek. Is to establish, can we even penetrate whatever's between us and the target. And then the second 2, one of them has to hit. You send the third one just in case the second one didn't. But the first one is the scout round.
I hear you on that, but the pattern of the shots went off kind of like weird for me. I feel like he just kind of fumbled the last 2, but I might be wrong. It was too close.
There's a deliberate reason why your shooting pattern, and the reason they do this, it's in the training to make it muscle memory. You're responding literally in real time to whatever happens without having to think about it, because things happen too fast. Right? So when you deploy your weapon, you've already made the decision that you're going to use it. Bullets are already gone once you draw your weapon and take aim and put your finger on the trigger. The first rule of firearm handling, keep your finger straight off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Once your finger goes on the trigger, you've pretty much emptied your magazine at that point. Okay? Now, after that, everything is reactionary, which is why you got to let 3 go first. You can't just shoot once and then assess the situation right there. 3 have to go. The first one is your scout round. Can we penetrate through to the target? The second 2, one has to hit. What if the second one misses? Now we got the third one. Right? But there's no time in between rounds to start assessing. Now, let's talk about assessing. The reason why his arm was still extended is because once those first 3 rounds go, when you assess through the sight of your weapon. You don't immediately lower your weapon until you've established the threat is no longer imminent. You always assess through the sight of your weapon. Everything you do is look across the iron gun sights of your weapon so that when you identify a threat, you can immediately neutralize it. You don't have to wait the 0.2 of a second it takes to raise your arm, another 0.2 of a second for your eye to create sight alignment and sight picture with the gun sight, put the gun on target, and then discharge a round. It takes a full second to do that. Keep the weapon up, keep your eye down the sight, and already set up the aim. That way you can make a more accurate shot when you discharge your next set of rounds.
Hey, if I could interject real quick, both of y'all, I would like to say this though, HQ. If just me like being, you know, AAU coach, just a actual, just regular human being. If I was in that, my thought process would be like, damn, yo, maybe I could take out the car and just pistol whip it real quick and that, but it ain't that easy to be like, yeah, I should just, do this way. They, you know what I mean? In the heat of the moment, this lady, they protesters, you know what I mean, for the most part. They're coming out there aggressive. That one white lady said, you at your lunch today, buddy, and I was like, come on, man, that's if that white lady would have said that all that stuff that she said to that policeman or whoever he was to you, QAQ, you would have been ready to fight. You'd be like, oh, bitch, what the hell wrong with you? You would have felt like they was coming to do something to you.
Yeah, but the lady.
Ross is now in front of the car as Good reverses, then drives forward. Gunfire
Go to the
is
other.
heard.
Go to the other. Go to the other.
Walks around her car.
There we go. Look at that one.
Yeah, we just saw that one.
Car stopped in the street. I says Good and her wife.
It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later.
We're closely following an
Come on
operation.
now.
Ross
What we
has no
doing?
body cam. He's using his cell phone here. Good's wife says this.
Go get yourself some lunch, big boy.
Before another agent yells for Good to get out of the car. Her wife then yells at her to
Get
go.
the fuck out the car now.
Ross is now in front of the car as Good reverses, then drives forward.
Come forward.
Gunfire is heard. Good's car then crashes into two others that are parked. She later dies.
The body cam footage that you just saw, what tires is he going to be looking down at to see what way they turn and make rapid assessments?
No, I'm not saying that's not for him. I'm saying that was for me to explain why people keep saying she was intending to run him over when she wasn't.
Yeah, no, but the shooter cannot assess those intentions the way you can as a Monday morning.
And they told
quarterback.
her to stop and get out the car.
Right.
Period. You stop and get out the car. You don't goddamn turn over to the right, be like, yeah, I'm gonna pull over to the right. I'm gonna go forward, but I'm gonna pull over to the right. Man, you crazy?
What?
All these, like I said, these lesbian white chicks, they feel like they feel like they more bold as men now. Like, chill out.
All of that is fine, but did it rise to the level where she needed to be murdered? That's
not for you or me to say.
That's correct. That's absolutely correct.
That's for them guys. That's for the white person with the gun to say.
I'm saying
he got the gun.
That's a determination that law has to make. It's too many different opinions.
Nah, it's a determination the person with the gun got. the person with the gun, at that time, the person with the gun decides it all.
That's the decision that you make. And that's the
damn right.
That's the consequence of your action. You're a police officer. I'm saying a police
No, that's the consequences of their actions.
I'm saying the police officer is trained to know X, Y, and Z. We're not trained to know X, Y, and Z. The police officer is. He knows that she was leaving. They were leaving. They know that she was leaving. Why did you
if we take that logic, HQ, did he said he's qualified. He killed her.
Why did you over talking me? Stop over talking me. The level of threat is the problem. That's the issue. Is there a level of threat that needed to be that high that you would pull a gun out and kill someone? I understand. It's a deadly weapon. I get all of that too. But the officer is trained to know Y and Z. Did you need to shoot her? Great. I'll give y'all the one shot. But the 2, 3, and 4 or whatever, 2 or 3 is disputed. I guess somebody said 4, but it's 3. Is that needed? Those 2, 3, and 4. because a lot of
So I don't mean to cut you off, HQ. I don't mean to cut you off. So you're saying that the first shot is justified in what you just said. That's what you just said, right?
No, I didn't say that. What I said is you all said the first shot.
So you're saying you could, but you said you could understand the first shot, but you couldn't understand the second and the third. That's what you just said.
What I'm saying, even if I grant,
What did you just say though?
Hold on, let me finish. Even if I granted you that he felt.
All right. I hear you. You granted me. You didn't say it was you. All right. Semantics.
If I grant you that first shot, that does not explain the second and the third shot.
Yes, it does.
The gentleman explained the second and third shot.
It doesn't to me. I'm saying it doesn't to me. It doesn't.
Well, you're not trained.
Because
the training says, the man said the training, it justifies the second and third shot.
The first shot is a package deal.
Aaron is not a cop either, so I can't take his word either.
No, I'm a special operations combat veteran.
There it is.
I trained the guy that trains cops.
I have to take the word of a person that has been in that situation and understands cops and understands the protocol, who's read the book, knows the book inside and out. And that's for the lawyers to determine. That's for the whoever assesses these people, is for them to give me.
The president assesses them all. He said they good money.
And see, here's the thing. They have immunity for one. So this is why he felt comfortable doing it, because he has immunity. You already have immunity. He has immunity before he steps out of the car. They all have immunity. That is what they got sworn in with. Immunity. You have the ability to go out and kick ass. What does that mean? Kick ass means we can shoot whoever we want to shoot, how we want to do it. We want to avoid that, but if we do it, we have immunity. And I believe that's what the president did. The president gave them all immunity to be able to do what they wanted to do. And so he felt comfortable doing what he did, because nobody feels comfortable shooting another person. He got out of the way. After he shot that woman, he got out of the way and he walked away like it was nothing. He walked away like it was just another day. Who walks away like it's another day? And then they didn't let anybody help.
Trained killer.
That's my point.
No. You don't know what kind of mental impact that event had on him. The adrenaline was still in his veins. You didn't interview this man after all was said and done. The clip ends with him with his weapon trained on the vehicle like he's supposed to. You didn't walk away with a smile on his face and go, "Hey guys, let's go get a beer. What a great day on the job." You don't know none of that. Come on, HQ.
Right. I didn't say anything. I said he walked away like it didn't bother him. You notice I use the word like, right? I said he walked away like
semantics again.
How did you see him walk away like it didn't bother him? How would you even assess that if he's bothered or not?
Because he doesn't appear to have concern for the lady.
How can you assess someone's concern in the heat of the moment on their face?
Because you're not over there caring for the person. You're the person that told the doctor not to deal with her. Don't worry about this. We got this.
The person just got done trying to run you over. The car goes and smacks a pole and is smoking now. He's going to go drag her out of the car and sit on the ground and cry and say, "No, baby, wake up." What are we doing?
That's not what I'm saying.
His mind is now on paperwork, right?
That's not what I'm saying. There was a doctor on the side of the road who said, "I can take care of her. Let me look at her. Let me take care of her." They said, "Don't worry about it," and left her laying in the car.
They who?
The policeman. Nobody got her out of the car.
They who? The guy that did the shooting?
Wait a minute. Did you hear what I said? I said it was a doctor on the side of the road who said,
I heard all that.
Let me look at her. They said, leave her alone.
HQ, I heard all that. I'm asking the clarifying question that I need clarified.
What?
The guy that did the shooting, is he the one that told the doctors to fuck off?
I don't know. It was one of those two.
Okay, there we go. So we don't know this guy. Wait, so we don't know this guy's mental state after he just got done doing the shooting. It's only one guy was doing the shooting.
And that's correct. And I said, it seems as though he doesn't concern himself about it.
So that's the word we're
as the person is filming, she said, "You're a murderer. You're a murderer." And he swings his finger like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to broad my face either. Come on, get out of here. I just got done popping somebody. You know what I mean? You come on, that's inflammatory.
So are you attributing it to him that he does care? because I'm attributing to it. I don't know whether he cares or not. I'm saying I don't know. I'm saying it seems as though he doesn't care. You're saying
At this
maybe he does.
at this particular moment in time, who gives a shit? My brain is still registering as there's threats. You don't just turn off feeling like you have to draw your weapon and neutralize a threat into immediately going into care. Your head's on a swivel. See, this is what I'm saying. No one knows what any of this is like. No one knows what it's like to actually be hit by a car. No one knows what it's like to be shot at or to have something explode right next to you. I'm talking about turn the guy standing 10 feet away from you into aerosol fucking spaghetti soup. Like no one knows what any of this is like, but we can speculate these things. I'm telling you from experience. His mind ain't on none of what you talking about. He is in survival mode in its purest form. His head's on a swivel. He may be thinking about, where's my supervisor? What kind of paperwork do I have to go through next? Because the training will tell you, immediately get into the paperwork while these memories are fresh in your head so you don't lose details. He's now in the process of trying to maintain details while keep a head on a swivel. He's looking at every stop sign and every corner. Is there anybody coming around the corner to looking for these people? You got to look at the rooftops of buildings. You know what I mean? You're not... Every car on that street, he's still looking in the driver's seat of every car, just in case it pulls out and pulls away. Is there someone that witnessed this? That maybe they pulled away? We need these people. Do these people have friends? There's so many things these people are assessing in the moment that you have no idea.
But we have no idea. We don't have any idea.
I do.
Here's the thing. We do.
And I'm telling you, caring is not on this man's list of priorities in this particular moment.
And that's why I said it seems like. But here's the thing.
But that's not to say he doesn't have a care in the world. The man is busy. The man is under a deep amount of stress.
I did not say that. I said it seems as though he didn't care. The whole point is he just murdered someone. He just murdered someone.
Okay.
And he appears as though that doesn't concern him. Appears that way.
Okay, I don't know at what point.
To a lot of people, when you say get out of my face and you swing your hand like I don't care, it appears that way. Maybe he does. Who knows?
No. At what point is he supposed? At what point is he supposed to start caring?
I don't. Those are questions that I cannot answer. I can only answer. I can only answer the question that's in front of me, and the only answer I've had from day one is: Did you feel as though a gun was the level that you needed to stop on in order to assess the threat or to handle the threat? Did you feel the gun? Did you feel the need to shoot her in the face was the appropriate response? Or could there have been a different response?
No, there's no response. And I can tell you why. Because
everybody jumped on one side or the other. I'm saying there's different things, but there's different levels that you go through before you pull out the gun.
Okay, identifying.
The gun is the top level. I'm assuming the top level is the gun. The top level is to end someone's life. That's the top level. That's the end result. But there's other levels before that.
You make the conversation redundant when you repeat yourself. Go through them. Since you're saying they're there.
I didn't say I knew them. I never said I knew
right.
them.
Okay. So you're saying they're there.
You're saying that's an appropriate response. I'm saying you don't know that.
No, HQ.
I'm saying there's other ways to have handled that.
HQ.
That gun was immediate.
For the sake of your audience, can we make the conversation efficient?
You're saying it's immediate. You're saying
Can we have a back and forth? You say something, and then I say something.
You're dismissing what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying, can we do that? Can we do that?
Stop dismissing what I'm saying then.
I'm asking you if we can establish a pattern of communication. Okay. Can we do that? Can we just have a back and forth without repeating ourselves and making assumptions?
Y'all stop jumping in when I'm speaking.
That's what I'm trying to do. But can you not repeat yourself and not add things to the conversation that wasn't said? Can we address things one at a time?
I've already addressed the problem and the question.
That's a yes or no question. See what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Can we do that?
I already asked the question that I have for the whole situation. Did your level right? Did you feel the need to pull the gun out? Was there something else that you could have done?
I asked you a yes or no question. I got no answer, and now you're dragging me back into the conversation. Before we have this conversation, I need to know that we can have it in good faith and efficiently for the sake of your audience.
We're having it in good faith. You're trying to gaslight me. Like
no,
I'm
not
what I'm talking about. Like I don't see what you see.
No, I'll get back into the conversation. I have no problem. But what I'm saying is, can we have a back and forth where assumptions aren't made?
We can do that.
Okay, all right, now let's do it.
And my question was, why did you feel the need to go all the way to pulling your gun out instead of de-escalating it in some other way? Did you feel the need?
Wait. That's a question. Do you want to answer?
I got to clarify.
Why?
The level of threat, it doesn't look as though the level of threat was there. But did you feel that the level of threat was that high that you needed?
Yeah. So the answer is yes. And then when you say it doesn't look, see, now what you're doing is you're requiring me to answer a question in a circumstance that we have to agree upon that you just created. It doesn't look to you. Wait. I'm answering your question. See, this is why I say we got to have it back and forth. All right. You're not ready to have a conversation.
Wait a minute. We're both giving our opinion. Your opinion is no better. You might have more expertise, but we both see with our eyes. I'm speaking in terms of a layman's point of view. I'm thinking in terms of what her intent is. You're thinking in what his intent.
That's not what you asked me. The question you asked me is, if I were in the position of the guy with the gun, do I think that is necessary to deploy that weapon? You didn't ask me anything about her intent. See, this is what I'm saying. This is why I was asked, can we have the conversation in good faith and an efficient manner without bringing all this other stuff in? When you asked me that question, you didn't say nothing about her intent. Now you want to bring in the intent.
I'm not saying her intent.
So let's leave that out. Okay.
The car's intent. I'm saying the car. We know her intent.
Okay, stop. The car. Wait. The car. You said the car's intent. Explain that and explain how the car can have intentions.
We can surmise her intent from the direction of the car.
No, we can. But you're saying if I were in the guy's shoes with the gun, he can't.
Say that. Put that on the table. We can gauge that her intent is to leave, right?
No.
From the actions of the car, we can gauge that her intent is to leave, right?
No.
Then we can't agree on the facts, because the fact is her car wheels turned to the right, not the officer.
So here's the thing. You didn't clarify from what perspective.
I said her intent in the car.
No, that's not the question. From what perspective are you asking me this question? From where I am looking at the video from behind the car?
Yes,
after everything?
Yes, that's the only. Wait a minute. from this intent, from behind the car, we can only look at her. We can only get her intent from the way she moved in the car and from what she said when he was doing the body cam. I
can't assume her intentions, but yes, I'll confirm that the wheels were turned to the right before the car moved forward.
Now, stop right there. Let's stop right there.
Okay.
We know the car wheels are turned. We know the car wheels are turning away from them. So,
We, the audience, know the wheels are turned to the right. That's it. Right. That's all we know.
That's her intent.
The audience. Okay. No. Her intention are to turn the car wheels to the right. Yes.
To leave. That's her intent.
No, you added that.
No, her intention is to not towards the cops. We can make
you're adding that.
So what else would I not add? Why would I turn?
I'm looking at the facts.
If we turn the car to the left, we can intend that she did try to go over the officers. We can
no. Because you can make the argument that her intention were to run over the guy just in front of the car. Because here's the thing: where he was standing, even with the wheels cut to the right, you're still going to run him over. The fact that the car is put in drive and made to go forward, no matter which way the wheels are turning, he's going to get run over because that's what actually happened. So you can establish that was her intent. If she didn't want to run the guy over and he's in front of the car, why wasn't the car in reverse? See how that works?
Oh, because he wasn't in front of the car. He was on the side of the car.
No, he was in front of the car the whole time. We saw the clip. How did he go from the side of the car on the left side of the car to the front of the car that fast for her to turn the wheels to the right and still hit him? Because he was in front of the car the whole time.
No, that's not the video. That's not the video. The video doesn't show him. He's right here. Don't you see his shoes? You see his shoes right here. He's
Hold on. Wait. Let me blow the screen up. My screen is
He's
little.
on the side of the car. He's not. He's
No,
up.
slow down.
Excuse me, Jesus. I gotta clear my throat.
All right, play the clip.
You see his feet?
Play the clip. You already hit him at that point, HQ. Gotta go back before that. He's in front of the car. No. Look, he's in front of the car, in front of the car. The car hits him. Now he moves to the side. You see? He was in front of the car the whole time, HQ. Come on. Why doesn't she keep backing up? He's in front of the car. 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 Now he's on the side of the car. She should have kept backing up. She had the opportunity to not hit him. The car's going back. Her intentions changed to hit him when she put the car in drive. The car was already in reverse. Keep doing that.
Why was her intent to hit the? Why was she intending?
Because she took a car that was in reverse, moving away from him and put it in drive and moved it towards him. That's how we know.
It still doesn't justify murder.
Oh, well, okay. Justifying murder, again, in the heat of the moment, it's not about murder. It's about neutralizing a threat.
And then even if I granted y'all that one shot, even if I grant you that one shot right there, boom, one shot. He did 2, 3 shots.
No, 3 shots. See, this is how I know you don't listen. The 3 shots a package deal.
There's one.
Wait. Back.
It keeps redoing it. See, he's in front. Even if I grant you, there's one. Boom.
Wait, no, that's one.
Didn't you see the smoke?
We need sound. So now the gun is out.
No sound. It's just music. It's just some music, some weird music.
Yeah, this is why you need sound.
See, for the one
out. One.
And there's 2 more. Why did he do the 2 more? He already shot her right there. He already shot it first time. Boom. Right here. Boom. Why you got to shoot again? Dude?
I can tell you why. Because his view is obstructed with that first shot going through the windshield. And if you ever hit a bullet, if you ever hit a windshield with a bullet, the crack spiders. It's a double laminated windshield. It's designed to not shatter, which further obstructs his view. You don't want to shoot into a vehicle where your view is obstructed, especially when there's a passenger in the vehicle. But when the vehicle got to where he can see through the side window, which is down, and the target is placed closer to him, now he can make a better assessed shot and focus on hitting the target rather than hitting someone else in the car because his view is. You see how the training works, HQ? He still has to neutralize this threat because now the vehicle is in motion. He's already discharged a round into it, which means he's established a need to get this vehicle to stop by use of force before it does other damage. He has to get because what's to stop her from going flying off down the street? Even if she is hit, plants her fucking foot on the gas pedal. You know what I mean? You got to neutralize the threat at all costs.
Here's the point. The point is, did you need to pull out a gun?
Yes. We already went through that.
No, you didn't go through that with me because I'm not convinced that you need to pull out a gun.
The gun. We looking right at it. The car's trying to run him over.
I mean, the whole situation got escalated because they did it.
Then that's a different conversation.
No, they escalated everything. She's not. First, she turned her car around. She turned her car around to get out of the way. She waved them away. She waved them around. They got out of the car. They got out of the car and approached her. All
right, I'm not arguing that.
Okay, why did they approach her? She's not an illegal alien. Why are you messing with me? I don't know. Immigration people. I don't give a fuck about no white lady. I care about the immigrants. Why am I approaching her? Worried about her?
Now watch this. You ready? I'd like to answer your questions.
Go ahead.
I have no idea, and I'm not going to speculate because I don't have enough facts and details. I have no idea. I can't assess who's right and wrong. I can give you my opinion on who's right and wrong.
Right.
But even then, that's based on very little information and very little qualification. So no, I'm just not. I just don't have any feelings about those. About. I can't. To answer your question, I don't know.
I mean, I'm saying she was when the video starts, she's right behind them. They tell her to turn around. They tell her to get out. She get out of the way. She tries to turn around. She turns around, and then this is when the camera start rolling. But she was turning around to get out of their way. She waved 2-3 cars. She waved cars away to get in front of her. She backed up and waved 2-3 cars away to say, "Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead." She said to the officer, "Go ahead," and then they stopped and jumped out.
I don't have that. I don't have any footage or any. I have not seen any of that, and I don't know how much of that would change my opinion on what's being seen here. So I don't care to argue or debate any of that. That's how you feel and see it, then fine. I mean, whatever.
No, I'm just saying that was on the video. The video was her following behind somebody, whoever she was following behind, and she turned around on camera. She was but see, she had waved 2 or 3 other cars ahead of her before she turned.
Okay.
She had already waved 2-3 cars. Go ahead before I turn around, before I finish backing up.
Yeah.
So do that.
You know what else I know? I also know I have a driver's license, and one of the things that I've learned over the years in being a licensed motorist is don't operate a motorized vehicle with a person in front of it.
Yeah, I mean, I get all that, but I still think sure, you're supposed to neutralize the threat, and you're supposed to do X.
No, you're supposed to stop the car when a human being is standing in front of it.
No, I'm saying you're supposed to. The police officer is supposed to neutralize the threat, and I get all of that. But did it rise to the level of murder? That's the question I have. Did it rise to that? Does it go to the threshold of you having to murder the person? I just don't think it should have rose to the level of murdering a person. That's all.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we all have our opinion. It is what it is, but I don't think that is what.
And that ground looks icy too. I don't know what kind of evading you talking about. Look, the guy on the side is like slipping, trying to stay on his feet. Yeah, that ground is icy. You talking about he could have dove out of the way. These people, look, snow on the ground. Nah, he's cute. This is getting worse for you. These people have very limited options. They got to stay on their feet. Now, what if he falls and his leg goes underneath the wheel of the vehicle? Now, come on.
Yeah, but why did you
look at this? Look at this. This guy's on skates, and he's on the side of the car. He's not even in any danger of being hit. You can see the ground is shiny.
Don't they got that plastic stick that breaks windows? Why didn't they do that?
The window is already open, and I told you why you can't break the front windshield. It's double laminated. It doesn't break. It's designed to spider crack.
Yeah, but even if she was told to exit the vehicle, that wasn't a lawful order, was it?
I see. That's the part I'm not getting into. I'm not arguing that.
So all I'm saying is,
I know what to argue and what not. That stuff, I don't have enough information, nor do I have enough qualification to care to argue that point. If that's how you feel about that, fine. But the parts that I am qualified to argue, I will give you an opinion there.
It's like, it's like, I think you went. I think it was too far. You went too far with the gun. Maybe you should have Maybe you should have neutralized the threat. But did you need to use a gun?
Yep.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah. Because what other options does he have to neutralize the threat? Yep, it's the gun. That's it. Nothing else that man has in his disposal at that moment. You're in front of the gun on an icy street. It's in front of the car. This car is coming at you. You have a chance of falling and having this thing roll over your leg. He pulls his weapon out at the last minute, puts one through the windshield. That doesn't work. Yeah, no. Look, boom, that doesn't work. And then one more, maybe 2 more on the side, and that's it. And the car gets driven away. He even lowers his gun away from his face.
Black America. Black America.
Can you hear me, HQ?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, hello, Mr. Iceman and Miss HQ. Good afternoon.
What's happening, brother?
HQ, I love you because you're a humanitarian, right? Even though I just do not agree with the things you're saying, you are a humanitarian, and it's understandable when you have a person who loves people. But more information has came out about this lady, And it's starting to look worse and worse for her. She didn't even live in that state. And she is actually a part of a group that goes around protesting from state to state, goes around protesting ICE. So it's just starting to look worse and worse for her in this case, in this situation. That's all.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to accept y'all theory, and I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen to more things that come out. She deserved to die, so I'm gonna listen to that. I'm gonna go with y'all's scenario that she deserved to die.
That's why
I did not say deserve. I did not say deserve.
That's why you open with the humanitarian thing, right? He tried to clear that up from the gate, and it still ain't work.
I mean, I understand. Look. I get the angle. I get it. I just you could have saved a human life, and instead you decided to take a human life. Why did you make that decision? Why did you make the decision to take a life instead of something else? That's all.
Black America, you've spoken correct again, my friend.
If your life is in danger, HQ, I am going to kill somebody 9 times out of 10 if your life is in danger. If my life is in danger, that is going to be 10 times out of 10. It's just going to happen. If there is a threat, I'm going to eliminate. That's all it is. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
I don't know how America is going to look. I don't know how America is just going to sit well. How is this going to sit well? Because how is this going to sit well?
The way of the world. It's always happened. It's always happened.
I'm looking at it, but I look at it so complete. I look at it not so completely differently. We vary in his response. We don't disagree up until we don't disagree that he thought his life was a threat, was in danger. We don't disagree. We agree all the way up until that. What we don't agree with is the options that were on the table that he could have took besides gun. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying I agree with your set. I agree with all of that. But there were other options that could have been on the table. Him as a police officer should know other options. That's all I'm saying. We're looking at it and saying, I ain't got no other option. I got to pull a gun out. I'm saying he's an officer, and maybe he had other options that he should have looked at first. That's all I'm saying. Everybody keeps saying there's no other option. He had to shoot her. No, I'm sure that there would have been other options. That's what I'm saying. Because that right there seems to be the top shelf of options instead of somewhere in between. That's all I'm saying. I believe in the assessments. The assessments are good. She may have been, it's a weapon, 2,000-pound car, all of that good stuff. I believe all of that. But as an officer, was it necessary to go to the top level? Was there other options? I don't know the other options. He's a policeman. He's the one who's supposed to know other options. Besides pulling your gun out. He's the one that's supposed to know other options. I'm not supposed to know other options. He is. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Can we agree on that? I don't know the options, but him as a police officer, him as a person that's trained to assess threats. He is the one who is supposed to say. So everybody is saying it's either and or. It's either or. Either or. Either he had to pull a gun out, or he didn't. It was no other options. That's what everybody's saying. Everybody's saying she did all the things she didn't do. She didn't do anything, or she did do a whole bunch of things. Everybody has an assessment of what she did, She followed, she didn't. Dropped off the kids, she didn't. Everybody has an opinion about that. But it still comes down to the fact of,
another thing about her kids, she doesn't even have custody of her children. The father has custody of her children. It's a lot of stuff coming screaming out about this lady.
Yeah, but why did you need? But why did you need to have? Why did you feel the need to say that when that's not even relevant to the situation?
Well,
Character
because everybody's
analysis.
talking about, because everybody's first thing everybody talk about is she was such a good mom, and she was this and that and the other. And
no, we can't. We cannot assess.
Hold on.
We cannot assess her personality because we couldn't assess. Couldn't assess it in the car. We couldn't assess it outside. We can't assess it anywhere else.
Hold on, HQ, as a man who has been through custody battles, many hundreds of men through custody battles, you have to be a shit of a mother to lose.
Whoa.
At least get.
So shit. So okay. So now you gave me another. Talking point. So shit ass people who get into confrontations with the police, shit ass mothers who give away their kids deserve to get killed. See how that ain't even relevant to the situation.
Black America, you breaking up.
Pattern. I know. I'm driving.
You
I'm
out
sorry.
there? Yeah.
I'll go on mute. I'll go on mute.
She was a bad mother, so therefore she tried to kill a police officer, so therefore she tried to die.
No, I don't think you can make a direct chain of correlation like that. I think what it would just do is speak to her mental stability, her cognitive ability, her ability to make quick decisions. It may speak to the quality of her intentions. Her intentions might not have been so deliberate and direct, but they still might have been nefarious. You know what I mean? It might not have been directly to kill this guy, but there's so many things that they're going to look at, right? And these are things that might agitate the situation. It's not just about her, right? Think about it like this. It could also agitate the law enforcement. If you're engaging with a person who's going to be who has a disposition of being immediately aggressive, unreasonable, like just someone you just can't. They're just unreasonable, right? They may come with an agenda, and you're doing everything you can to verbally de-escalate the situation, and they're just naturally inflammatory, and then maybe they've come on with an agenda to inflame and to agitate, right? So now that's putting you through a series of escalating checklists that you have to go through. Now, but wait, that's not to say it justifies taking her life in the end. I'm just saying it changes the circumstances that the guy with the gun is dealing with. It changes his mental state. It's not like he's looking at her with, a loving look in his eyes. She may have elevated herself to a state where it's like, all right, man, if this bitch has a weapon, I'm going to have to get busy. And luckily she didn't, but people can posture themselves in dangerous situations using their mouths.
Okay, so if you can make that assessment with her,
I can't. I can't make that assessment.
Well, you sort of made an assessment there as though
No. Oh, okay. That was an example. I'm just saying you were asking how can we look at the quality of her motherhood and use that to determine. I'm just saying if those indictments on her exist, if she's a shit mother, if she's got, all these other things that Black America was saying, then these are things that could influence her disposition, or these are things that could contribute to her disposition that would create an inflammatory influence on the guy in the video. I'm not saying any of this is true. I'm just saying it would make sense that she's not the sweetest fucking person in the world to be dealing with.
Okay.
And no matter how much I de-escalate,
thank you, Aaron.
That's all I'm saying.
So why y'all can't make the same assessment about the policeman who says she's a fucking bitch? Shoot her, walk away. Don't have anything.
I can answer
because she hit him with a car.
We can answer. It's a better answer. You ready? Because we don't know anything about his past other than that he's been dragged by a vehicle before.
And
what?
He called her a fucking bitch. And
no. I said his past. Her being a shit mother is something in her jacket. Him being dragged by a car in the past is something in his jacket.
Right.
So I'm just saying, if he had, all right, for example,
Well, why
let's say he had a history of being an alcoholic, or let's say he had a history of, like, he had a file, a jacket full of complaints, right? His service record book had negative infractions in it, whatever. Or let's say, as a kid, you know what I mean, he was known for doing some bullies, you know what I mean, some dumb shit. He had a propensity to violence. You know what I mean? Even so much if he was late on his child support payments, right? Let's just say that. I'll give you that. Then yeah, these are markers in his personality that may say he's not the greatest person in the world to deal with, that may influence things here. But I don't know any of that. I'm just saying, if Black America's saying, if what he's saying is correct, then she's looking less and less like a person that would be amicable to deal with, that she would try to start some shit.
So why is it that he's standing in front of the car if he's been dragged before? If you know that's a threat, if you know that's an issue, and that's
it's his job.
Why are you?
Yeah, he's got a job. He's got a job to do.
His job.
It's his job.
HQ. I used to be a firefighter. I used to be a firefighter. I used to run into burning buildings and pick people up and drag them out and run into fire on a constant basis. It's part of the job. It's in the job description.
All I'm saying is, if you take her background and her thoughts and her actions on that day into consideration, you have to also take his into consideration.
Agreed.
And his judgment is not the job of law enforcement is not to take lives. That's not the job of law enforcement. The law enforcement's job is to de-escalate things. That's the job of law enforcement. It's not to go out there and shoot people.
No, the job of law enforcement is to enforce the law.
Yes, to enforce the law.
Yes. I mean, the job is definitely to avoid death if possible. You know what I mean? Like, they're not paid killers. They're not contract killers.
Was she listening? Was she listening to the law when they were trying to apply it? Let's start there. Was she listening to the lawful orders that they were trying to give initially?
They didn't. They don't have a right to tell her to get out of the car. She didn't do anything wrong.
They didn't tell her to get out the car first. I said initially. Initially, they told her to stop blocking the road and get out of here. That's what they told her initially. Then when she was her wife, the other girl got out of the other side and was talking crap to the other cop, the cop that actually did the shooting. When she was talking, once again, it goes back to these women.
A lawful order. When did they give her a lawful order? They never gave her.
When he was standing, when she was crossed in the middle of the street,
get out of the car is not a lawful
and he
order.
he was telling her to get out of here, leave, get out of here, go. And she's constantly going back and forth with the police officer. Then he told her, get out of the car. When an officer tells you to get out of the car, HQ, you don't get to sit in the car. You have to get out of the car. Vegas is one of those places. Hold on. Vegas is one of those places. If a cop sees you walking down the street and they ask you for your ID, you have to give them your ID.
Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do. Maybe. That's not a thing. That's a thing in some states, but not all states. Okay. Some states, but not all states. You're legal. If you have reasonable suspicion of something, that's a different story. But you just can't. I can't be walking, just doing do, walking, and you turn and I look up and there's two cops standing in front of me. He's talking about give me your ID. No, that's not a thing. You can't just ask me for my ID. I ain't doing jack.
But that's not what she was doing, because they were telling her to leave. They were telling her to leave the area. That's the first thing.
Yeah, but
so
that's
now
not a
she didn't leave the area.
It's not a lawful.
But that's an infraction. It's an infraction already.
They are immigration officials. They're not regular police officers. They cannot give her that order. They don't have a lawful order. They cannot give her that lawful order. Okay, that's the point. The point is you didn't give me a lawful order, so I can do what the fuck I want.
No, I just Googled it.
So you're under the assumption that those officers.
Yeah, I'm under the assumption that they're immigration officers. not regular officers.
Okay, so officers is an officer. I've been taken to jail by school police for speeding. They were school police, and I've been taken to jail by them. They are officers, HQ. And they are federal officers, which means they can go to any state and lay down the law.
See, I think something just failed in this whole scenario. Something just broke down. The whole thing broke down. Even if she was not blocking the road. She was driving, and they told her to turn around, and she turned around. And that's how she got to blocking the road. She was waving cars to go in front of her to get by while she was backing up. They said she was blocking the road. I didn't see her blocking the road in the videotapes that I saw. She was turning around. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I don't know. I'm saying, are they able to tell her to get out of the car, X, Y, and Z? She's not an immigrant. Why would you need to tell her to get out of the car? What would you
because they told her to leave.
No.
And then they're antagonizing the police.
But what were they going to do? We didn't hear no antagonization on those videos. What antagonization?
Have you ever you didn't hear the antagonization from those women on the videos?
No, I didn't see the antagonization. I didn't see anything about
Aaron, did you hear the full audio, Aaron, of the videos of the body cam and stuff?
The lady in the car, I didn't hear her say anything. What antagonism was she doing? I didn't hear her at all.
I heard very little in one of the clips. There was some. There's no contextual information I have.
No,
but I only heard but so much.
There wasn't a lot.
Okay, so HQ, what I implore you to do,
and it doesn't matter. Wait a minute, hold on. You making it seem as though
it absolutely does.
Because I called you a fat bitch, you have the right to shoot me.
Well, see, I didn't hear that either. See what I mean? So
he said you need to go home and you need to go home and eat some food, big boy. You mean to tell me that's antagonizing him?
Oh wait, she did that. That is what I heard. That is what I heard. Yeah.
But
that's antagonization.
Yeah, but that's not the level where you would shoot somebody.
She's not the one that got shot either.
That's right.
But they were both being HQ. Okay, so how about we start here, even before this interaction? How about the fact that they go from state to state protesting the ICE officers?
How do we know?
How about we start there?
How do we know that's true?
Okay, because they're part of a group.
How do we know that's true?
What do you mean?
Because I haven't heard that. You said you heard that, but I haven't.
No, I right, because it's a lot of information that has came out about it. It's all over the news, HQ. And that's why I say I don't know if you're looking at the news.
No, I'm see, the point is the news is not the point. The point is, did her actions make it so that his level of response was appropriate? That is what I'm asking. That's it. Did her response, what she say, what she do, did it make his level of response appropriate? That's the question that need to be asked and answered. That's it. I don't dispute anything that you're saying, but did it rise to that level that said I needed to pull a gun out? I just don't think it did.
I think so.
I think it does. I'm saying
I think so. Well, I don't think she hit him intentionally, but if somebody is in front of your car, you're not supposed to drive, especially as fast as she did. That's one. And I think she just went when the guy tried to open her door after telling her to leave, and she wouldn't leave and she wouldn't get out. She tried to get away, like pull off and pull away. And that's what made her hit the officer that was in front of her car. I don't think she did it intentionally, but because of what she did, it's cause and effect. Because of that, That's why this happened. It's not
because
like
he moved himself in front of the car to stop her from moving. I get what he
well,
did.
he was backing up. He was backing up his partner. That's what you do is
Yeah.
back your
So,
partner.
right.
It's like
And
a
he was
battle
standing in
buddy.
front of the, he was standing in front of the car to make her not be able
Yes.
to move.
Right. Yep. Because now that he was telling her, hey, get out of here and stop. Now get out of your car. If me and Aaron are being partners, he's going to try, and if I'm telling her to get out of her car, he's going to try to move to a position where he can back me up. And that's all the officer did that stepped in front of her car. But she hit the accelerator and hit him with her car, which we all know is a deadly weapon, HQ. Vehicular manslaughter or homicide is a real thing.
I get all that. And my point is, did you need to pull a gun out? And I'm still going to ask that question. Did you need to do that? You had her ID. You had everything you needed to.
Well, that's because you're a humanitarian.
You had the car. You had the license plate. You had all that information. Why did you need to pull a car? Why did you need to escort that? You're an immigration officer. You're supposed to be going over immigration. You're supposed to be going to get.
They are officers, HQ, not just immigration. They are officers.
Their job is not to arrest American citizens. Their job is
but they are federal officers. They can arrest. They can do damn near anything. They are federal, HQ.
And I'm still saying, did it rise to the level in which you had to pull a gun out?
Well, okay, what options are you thinking?
I don't know. I'm not a police officer. I don't know. I'm not a police officer. I don't know. That's what I'm asking. He's trained to do something. He's not trained to immediately pull his gun out. He immediately pulls his gun out. In this video right here that I keep continuously showing, he immediately pulls his gun out. Right now, boom, see his hand? Gun out. Before you even start anything. Before you even do anything. Before she even pulls forward, he has the gun out.
No, HQ.
She's backing up.
Because he was backing up his partner. His partner then tried to give her a lawful order. Hey, get out of the car. He started pulling on the handle. His backup partner, pulled his weapon. He didn't pull it and point it at her immediately until she hit him with the vehicle. That's it. That to me, like I said, and you know I don't like the police. To me, that's textbook police work. It's happened. I'll tell you, it was a kid who was going through what do they call that when somebody going crazy or having an emotional breakdown? What do they call that? He was stressed out. Right. Crisis. Right. Right. It was a young boy. He was 16 or 17, and he was in a crouched position in the middle of the road with a firearm, HQ, here in Vegas. And they shot him. They killed him. He didn't point the gun at anybody or anything like that. But he had a weapon, and there were people and cops. So they shot and killed him. It's just part of something you have to accept, and it happens.
Okay, it happens. You say it happens. I'm saying it happens. It happens. I'm saying it's going to continue to happen until somebody does something about it. It's just going to continue to happen. And this is normal standard operating procedure for the United States. We got a white girl shot. So I'm expecting white girl, black girl, white dude. I'm expecting everybody to get shot every week. Now they don't have no immunity. Now they don't have nothing telling them that they shouldn't be doing this or some law holding them back from doing it. It's okay now because we got half the country believing that this white lady deserved to get shot. She was an agitator. She was a shit mom. She was all these things. And she had a lethal car in her hand. She had a lethal car. And people are saying she meant to run him over. Even though the car was aimed in a different direction, everybody's saying she meant to run him over. So she deserved to get shot in the face. So we better not say nothing about the next black body that gets shot in the face. then we see the same scenario. We shouldn't say nothing. Tony?
Yes, how you doing, HQ?
Hi. What do you have on
All
this?
right. Hey, HQ, you 100% correct on the situation. If you look at the truck, if you look at the agent, you can see he moves slightly to the right and leans in. That's the only reason why the truck hit him. He leaned in to shoot. That's the only reason why if he wouldn't have leaned in to shoot, the truck wouldn't even have hit him. And he had enough time just to move out the way of the truck. There was no reason to have a gun drawn, shots fired, nothing. He leaned in to the, if you watch, when he moves slightly to the right and leans in. That's the only reason why that truck hit him, because he leaned into the truck. If he wouldn't have leaned into the truck wouldn't even have hit him.
Right. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention to that. What do you say to that, Black America? Or Aaron, what do you say to that?
So when you deploy your weapon, you have to get into a particular position to be able to deploy that weapon. Anyone that's fired a gun, you go into the fighting stance. And that's exactly what he did. But by the time he pulls his gun, it's because he can see that he's about to be hit by a car. So the order of operations are car stops, car moves, starts inching forward with him in front of it, then he grabs his weapon, then leans in. You don't want to shoot on your heels. You'll hit bystanders that way. That's just dumb shooting.
Okay, Tony. He had the phone in his left hand. The phone was in his left hand.
Phone?
Yeah, he was filming. He had a phone in his hand.
And then he pulls, and then he pulls the gun out at the very last minute. Yeah, he jumps.
Yeah,
he jumps into a proper firing position. You want to be back on his heels shooting the weapon? That's not. No, that I don't know what you're talking about, man.
See, I think it's slippery on the ground too. It being slippery on the ground. She's moving and they're sliding.
Yeah, 100%. Makes it worse for him.
You know, and then he's sliding, and maybe he felt like, oh, okay, I can't move.
Yeah, he's got no control. That's what I was telling you earlier about the leap out of the way shit. You don't have any traction on the ground. He's probably leaning forward to like grab hold of the vehicle, so he didn't want to fall. When a vehicle is rolling, you cannot be on the ground and run the risk of it rolling over you. What these guys are thinking is at all costs, I have to stay on my 2 feet, A, and B, prevent this car from rolling. I can't be moving fast. I'm not out here playing Emmett Smith with a vehicle in the middle of the street. I'm not going to juke this thing. This thing's moving. I have a chance of either getting my foot run over, my leg or something, or falling on the ground. We all out here on ice. I got to stop this from happening.
See that I can see the angle. I just all of it. I'm not arguing any of that. It's for the forensic people to come up with. It's for the forensic people to study this video, study the angles and all of the metrics and everything. I'm saying that what could have been done before. Why did he need to pull the gun out? Why?
So you know what could have prevented all of this? Watch this. If she put the car in park.
Yeah.
Because we know the vehicle's moving before the gun comes out. So what if the vehicle never moved? Would the gun ever come out? Probably not.
Yeah, but he still had time to get out of the car. He still had time to get out of the way.
If she would have got out of the car when he told her, when he gave her that order, hey, all right, we got enough of your crap. Get out of the car.
But look,
none of this would have happened.
But look, he still had time to get out in front of the car. Why did he just stand right there? Why didn't he move to the side? Why did he do that? Why did he stay right there?
Because most people, when the police tell them to pull over, they pull over and they don't run. This lady tried to run. It's just, it's a logical thing.
Why didn't he move to the right and get out of the way of the car?
Because the car was moving backwards.
No.
Okay. Right here.
Why
didn't he move? Why didn't he move right there? Why didn't he move? Why did he pull a gun out?
Because he's on icy ground, and if he slips and loses his footing in front of a car
no.
rolling forward, he's going to get his ass rolled over. What do you mean? Why didn't he move?
No, she was going to the right. He could have jumped to the left.
If you try to jump to the left on ice, you don't just fly to the left. You lose your footing and go straight down on your back pockets in front of a car that is in motion with its wheels cut to the right. So what happens is you get your right femur rolled over and your left calf rolled over.
No, we can't say that because this first guy, this guy right here, this one in the front, when he slides to the left. See?
Slides, that's not jump HQ. Slide and jump are different.
So why that guy didn't do the same thing?
Exactly. I don't care what the other guy did. He didn't shoot anybody. I'm talking about the guy with the gun. You're sliding in front of a vehicle. Sliding means you've lost control of your feet. You don't have grip. If you don't have grip and you bust your ass in front of a car, do this in front of a train. How about that? Go find your local locomotive and do this on icy ground.
HQ, I just want to say one thing. I understand they was in the same profession as these people. I understand. I'm coming at it from a fair perspective, the way that the video shows you exactly how it happened.
All
that
I'm
man
he could have moved because he did move. He could have moved out the way because he did move.
The car moved him. He's on skates.
I said the reason why HQ, I said he moved to the right because I'm making it like if I was him. He moved the same way, the same time he had to like the way that he moved slightly to the right, the way he did, he could have moved completely out the way. He didn't slide. He didn't slide because it was on ice. He moved to get in position to shoot. He didn't slide because of ice. Slid to get in position, to get in front of the car as close as he can so he could pop the shot.
Right.
Nope.
Okay.
That's definitely not what happened.
Why didn't he keep walking? Here's the question. Why didn't he keep walking? Hold on. Why didn't he keep walking?
Because he's backing up his partner. He's backing up. If something's happening, hold on. Because when you're backing up your partner and you want to have a couple of different angles. You don't want to keep walking to where you're both on the same side in the same area, because if someone pulls out a weapon, it makes it much easier to shoot them. Or
no, that's not.
You know why he's not thinking? Because his partner is right next to the window. You could have shot your partner. Why did you pull a gun out right there where you could have shot your partner? And your part right here.
That's right. So you need to have a clear shot.
No, he was in the wrong. He tried to pull that gun out.
Was in the wrong. He was in the wrong. And
HQ. Do you know about Do you know about intersecting lines of fire, HQ?
That's what I'm describing. His partner.
No. Do you know about intersecting lines of fire? Can you look at this and make a sound assessment on the potential of his? Okay, so don't bring that into it. He could not have shot his partner. You don't know how about strategic positioning and intersecting angles of fire. What you're saying out the window. With Black America saying he's covering his partner. Jesus.
No, HQ was right. That bullet could have easily ricocheted and hit his point. See how close he was to the.
Okay. So it can ricochet. That can happen in any circumstances. I'm talking about strategically and tactically. They are well outside of their bounds of intersecting lines of fire. There's no way. Wait. So whoever the person talking now, do you have experience with this? Do you know what you're talking about? You know what intersecting lines of fire are?
I have experience because you know why. I have common sense. His partner.
No. Okay, so how many degrees of intersecting a line of fire do you need between two shooters so that you don't hit each other? And at what distance?
His partner didn't react. See what I'm saying? HQ. You see, he know he's wrong. So these people are on these people's side. What I'm saying is HQ. His partner didn't react to the situation the way he did because his partner was in the right and he was in the wrong. They wasn't on the same page in the situation.
How do you? That's why I'm so what evidence do you have?
The way he slid to the right, the line is shot up is the same way in hockey. If a center lines up the left wing or right wing to take the shot, it's the same exact way that happened.
No. This is hockey and firearms are not the same. It's nothing to do. The trajectory of the
I'm talking about the lineup, the way he lined up the situation for it to go down. He lined it up perfect. He knew
So how many
exactly what he was
degrees of intersecting line of separation do you need in intersecting lines of fire to prevent from hitting your partner, and at what distance?
Listen, what you're talking about is a whole different situation. What we talking about? We
Had
talking
you
about what
answered the
could have.
question?
Listen, no, because you know why? Because it's a stupid question. We're talking about what happened.
No.
But
It's
you know, I'm
not
gonna
it's not a stupid. It's not a stupid question.
Wait a minute.
It's not a stupid question because if you can't answer that question, then no matter what you say about hockey, the fact of the matter is they're intersecting lines of fire proves that he's there backing up his partner, which puts him in that exact position.
I reference hockey as an example because that's the way he lined up the shot. He set himself up in position to get the shot off. You can't see that? Video's right there in front of you. You can't see that?
What other position would you position yourself in if you don't? If you're shooting at something, if you're shooting at something, what position should you be in?
But
see, there you go.
Wait, everybody, hold on. Everybody, be quiet. Here's the thing, because you let me. You just put something in my head. You had a very good point, Tony. You had one very good point. If he knew the car was going to move, and he knows the car is going to move, why did he stand right there in front of the car? Why didn't he get to the side of the car?
He doesn't know the car. He doesn't know the car was going to move. The car was moving backwards right now. The car stops. Look at the front wheel. You can see the front wheel spin.
So once the car stopped, why did he move?
Look at their feet and look at the wheel. Back. He's in front of the car as the car's rolling backwards. The next thing that happens is the car's front wheel spins forward and then he starts to move.
Okay.
The car goes backwards.
Why you didn't move to the right? Why did you make a stand? Why
because
didn't you move
he had his weapon out. The car.
Because
put it in order.
Because if he's behind his partner, HQ, this is what I want. Tony, have you ever been pulled over by two police officers in a car? Mr. Tony? No, I know you probably haven't, HQ. You a good girl. You an angel. Tony, have you? Is Tony still here?
All right, I'm here.
All right. Have you ever been pulled over by two police officers in a vehicle?
Yes.
When both of the police get out of the vehicle, do they both come to the driver's side, or does one come to the driver's side and the passenger side?
Right. When they both get out, one comes to the driver, one comes to the passenger. Exactly.
Exactly. That is so you don't have the opportunity to shoot two people at one time. When you're backing up somebody, you don't come in like he was talking about in the intersection. It's kind of like a gun line. You can't.
But that's the
don't want to be behind you. Hold on, it actually does. You do not want to be. You do not want to be in front of the gun line when there is going to be live fire, or you're backing up the person that you're with.
So why did
that's
you?
That's why two police officers come.
But we're asking Black America, why is it that he needed to pull the gun out to back up his partner?
Because once he'd seen because he was telling her to get out of here.
At the point you're talking about, there's no vehicular threat. The point you're talking about, there is no vehicular threat. So why did you pull out the gun if there's no vehicular threat yet?
Hold on, HQ. I'm gonna paint you a quick picture, okay? He's on the other side. The cop who initially shot the girl, right? He's on the other side talking to the other lady. He hears his partner yelling at the lady that's driving to get out of here. Then he hears him yelling, "Get out the fucking car." Now, when he says "get out the fucking car," and it's me and Aaron, my senses go up is I need to leave the lady alone that's standing on the outside of the car and back my partners up who's by the driver's side of the door. That's
But
all it is.
But what
That's
are you
all it
backing
is,
up? But why
guys.
are you back? But why are you backing him up with a gun when you could
No,
have
no, no,
been
no, 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 no.
hiding?
Wait, he wasn't even back up. He pulled the gun out when the car started moving forward. We already
no,
went through that already.
his partner didn't have to say
No, he let the gun out before that.
No, he didn't. Will you, if you go play by play,
Right here, his hand.
stop. Look, that's when he pulled it out. Now, HQ, do me a favor. Hit pause before that and do it frame by frame.
Right here, right? She's
The car's moving forward.
Yeah.
The car's moving forward. Now he's going for the gun. Now, so you see?
Right.
So what happens first? Car rolls forward.
The car reversed first. He knew
No, look at it. Look at it slower. HQ, do exactly what you just did. You did it perfect.
I said he's reversing. Yeah, I said
No. HQ, go back. Go back one more frame. 2 frames.
It reversed first.
Stop. I'm about to walk you through it. I want you to look at the front wheel of the car. Go back a couple frames.
He's nowhere near.
Stop. Will you stop? Look at the front wheel. Now go frame by frame.
Look at him.
No, will you stop? Will you stop? All right. Do you want a narrator to do I?
Hold on.
Yes, because you're narrating it right. Come in the front.
Hold on.
Stop. Look at the front wheel. Now go back. We're at the point. The front wheel's already started moving. Go back a little bit.
Okay, right here. Stop.
Now stop. Now look at the front wheel. It starts moving. See, there's still no gun. Go ahead. 1 frame. See that right? You saw the front wheel spin, and the front even the gun's still not out yet. It's still in his hand with the nose in the holster. The front wheels have already turned out of the way, and they were spinning forward. You think you can't see that where he's standing? That car is coming at him. She turned the wheels at him and put a foot on the gas pedal, and his hand doesn't even have the gun all the way out of the holster yet.
Yeah, but
near the front of that car.
Look.
That's when the gun's pointing at the car is rolling forward.
Now he's in the stand.
Now he's leaning on the vehicle that is already headed towards his ass. Yes.
Why is he leaning on a vehicle when he sees that the tire is turned the other way?
Because he has his weapon drawn, and there's a safe way to shoot a weapon, so you don't shoot bystanders. It's called a shooting.
He had no reason to do it.
Right. And you could have moved to a right.
This is crazy. Okay, you could have moved to the right when the front bumper of a car is pressed against your hips, and you're standing on ice, and you have a firearm drawn with your finger on the trigger. You're gonna leap out of the way like Superman on ice, or you're gonna lay down in front of this thing and let it cut you in half, or you're gonna hit the passenger or some kid on the corner watching because you're shooting. This is crazy.
Why is he leaning on the hood?
I explained this to you. This is crazy. Now y'all are trolling. You're trolling. You want the answers? Scroll back in the show. You'll get them.
I'm asking you, why is he leaning on the hood?
I've gone through this how many times?
He could have.
Because
now you troll. All right, HQ. Now. See, you know I'm good. Hold on, Tony. HQ, you know I can see through. I know what you're doing. Now this is fun time. You know what this is? HQ. You know what this is? If all things are considered, and the guy was a different age. Remember that? If all things are considered, but the guy is older and the other guy's younger, what you gonna put? That's where we at now with it. This is rabbit hole shit.
Same thing.
This is rabbit hole shit.
She probably sitting over there smiling her ass off.
Cracking the fuck up. I'm done.
Did I not say, I believe, I understand this. I understand the narrative that you got.
I hear you. I know.
I just don't think he should have pulled the gun. He could have stepped to the right. Out of the way.
Okay, all right.
They could have took her license plate. They could have took her license plate. They could have engaged her.
HQ. If you
yes, indeed.
HQ, the same time he had to slide to the right, he could have moved out the way. Same time he had it. And she didn't hit him once again. He leaned into the car and he ran into the car because he leaned in to shoot. Is what I'm saying. You don't understand. He was nowhere near the front of the car.
Find that video. I'm gonna try to find that video, and now I'm gonna come on and talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow, maybe in the middle of the night, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, like I did today. I'm gonna find that video because I need to find that video.
And I'm gonna be up here with you, HQ. You know why? Because he was nowhere near the front of the car. The only reason why the car hit him, the car really didn't hit him. He hit the car because he leaned in to shoot. So he hit the bumper in the front of the car, leaning in on the hood and everything. He was leaning in. She didn't even hit him. He leaned in all the way over like this and then shot. If it wasn't for him leaning in, the car would have never hit him at all. And she reversed first, which he could have moved out the way. He initiated leaning in, chasing the car. That's what happened. This
is heated. This is a heated conversation, but we can't solve it. We ain't gonna solve it. They got to do some kind of investigation.
Nobody's mad. This isn't heated. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. A couple of months ago, the police tased and beat one of my homeboys, somebody that I've known since like 6th grade. They beat and tased him to death, and right in the middle of an intersection, killed him. But none of us can get mad. You know why? Because we knew that Jay was a psycho. We knew that Jay fought police, shot at police, robbed stores. We knew everything that this young man had did. So yes, we was upset that he was passed away, but we couldn't be mad that they killed him, because 1 or 2 cops we've seen this man smack women and knock them out and hit people. We couldn't be mad because we knew what type of person he was. And that's all I'm saying.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is the thing I got. This is the thing I can't get past. A couple months ago, remember the young boy who stabbed the other young boy under the tent? People kept saying he didn't need to pull a gun. He didn't need to pull that knife out and stab that boy. Everybody has a side. Everybody picked a side. But the one thing is that is mirror to this same situation. We don't know what the intents were of the 2 people. We don't know what the intent of the little white boys. We don't know what the intent of the little black boy. We don't know the intent of this woman in this car. We don't know the intent of that cop. Same thing. Was the level of threat sufficient? I said that in that case, that young man, did he feel the need to pull out that particular thing and do the stabbing? Did he feel so threatened that he did pull that little knife out? And I say the same thing with this cop. Did you feel so threatened that you had to pull out a gun? My question
You want to know the difference, HQ? You want to know the difference?
Is the same question now. Did you need to pull it out?
The difference is young men fight. The difference is young men fight. Hold on, HQ.
That's not an excuse.
No, wait a minute. The difference is young men fight all the time. There was if the other little boy had a sword or a knife, everybody would have said it was fair game. None of us would have had any problem with the boy stabbing the boy in the heart. We wouldn't have had any problem.
No.
But the other little boy, if they were going to fight, they need to fight.
No.
It's the difference with a deadly weapon.
It's the same argument in Black America.
And HQ, you know what it is? I'm not mad. This is what it is, HQ. I just feel like this come in every situation the way it's supposed to be looked at, because it could have been any one of us, and then it would have been people making arguments about how, we was trying to hit somebody. So I just try to look at things the way they're supposed to be looked at. There was no reason for that man to have that gun drawn like that and to approach the car the way he did. That's the only reason why, because back to what we were saying, the car didn't hit him. She reversed first, then she put in drive. I could see if she already was in drive and then went ahead. Now this is a different story. That's not what happened. So that's how you know it was no intent on her. And he even knew, because he wasn't directly in front of the car. He had a couple of feet away from the car. Now, when she finally did go and drive, that's when he moved, slid to the right, and leaned in.
HQ, you got them other clips? You got them other clips from the front?
No. I said I had to find them. I had to find more clips.
Oh, okay. All right. Because all that shit, Gary, go right out the window. Okay.
I want to find more clips. Because
when HQ
every time you have a conversation, who knows? I want to see the front of the car. I want to see all of that. But my initial question still stands. Did the level of threat reach where it did for you to pull out a gun?
You
And
only
the
say
answer is
that because you care about. You only say that, HQ, because you care about the loss of life.
Because
I care.
because that's the only question that's relevant.
Hold on. I don't.
Hold on. That's the only question
Yeah.
that's relevant. If I feel a level, if I look at the threat, that like if a little kid, a little 2-year-old comes in here with a knife, and I shoot that little kid, was the level of threat high enough that I needed to pull a gun out? Most people say no. But if a grown man
have you ever been?
hold on.
Have you ever stabbed by a kid?
But if a grown man ran into the room with a knife, the level of threat is higher. So therefore, me shooting him is justified. I'm asking, was it justified to pull a gun out when you could do something else?
Yes.
I'm saying to the young man at the who stabbed
Mr.
the other
Tony,
young man.
Mr. Tony, can I ask you a question?
Oh, can I
Mr.
finish?
Tony, can I?
Can I finish?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm saying, did that young man on that field feel that the level of threat was sufficient enough for him to pull that little knife out?
I don't know. I'm not a mind reader.
And that's what I'm saying. You cannot
do you want to ask me how I would feel?
You just made the assumption that policeman valued that threat.
No. That's why I asked. I'm answering. That's why I asked from whom's perspective. Do you want to know how I would feel if I were in his shoes? I can tell you that, because that's exactly what I said about this cop. I said if I were in his shoes, this is what I would have done. So if you want to know if I was in that high schooler's shoes, I can tell you what I would do. But I can't read his mind. I can't read the cop's mind. Yes. But I can look at the situation and tell you what Aaron would have do, and Aaron would have did what that cop did.
So would Aaron have done what he did?
No, wait, no. I would have did something different than the black kid. I wouldn't have stabbed that kid. I would have just fought him.
Know what the level of threat is?
How
do you know what the level of threat is that little boy had or he felt?
I don't. I'm telling you what level of threat I would perceive based on what I know, and I would have fought the kid.
Right.
There was no weapons, but that's not to say he was wrong. He was right or wrong. I mean, the kid. If the kid had a knife, I'd have stabbed his ass. If the kid was in a car trying to drive over me, I would have popped his ass. But when somebody comes up to me on the street, all right, listen, I'm a concealed carry firearms on, right? If somebody walks up to me on the street and wants to fist fight me, do you think I can shoot him? No. Do you think I can even perceive that as a threat? No. But if someone goes over there and produces a knife, you know what I mean, and starts to close the distance with me, or produces a firearm, or gets in a car and aims it at me, and I'm in a position where I can't move from in front of it, yes, that's why they have crimes called vehicular homicide. You mean you can kill me with this thing? This thing's a fucking weapon. But the other high schooler kid didn't have a weapon. He had his fist. So that's what we're gonna work with. That's me personally. Now maybe that dude don't have no confidence in his fighting skills. Maybe he couldn't punch his way out of a wet paper bag with scissors in his hands. So, yeah, he probably felt the need. Me, no. But do I want to go square up with a Honda fucking Pilot with a woman behind the wheel and a foot on the gas? No, I'm not that kind of boxer. And I don't think Mike Tyson would go for that shit either.
Once again, he wasn't nowhere near him. The man slid to the right and leaned in.
Okay, well, you go fight Honda Pilots, not me.
Well, we go round and round on this. So I got to get some more video footage, and I want to get some more video footage and then talk about
You know what it is, HQ? He knows the answer. He's just on their side. This is the thing, HQ. Because I saw how he was in the front of the car. The car was nowhere near this man. This man had the same way he had time, how he had slid to the right and leaned in, the same time he could have moved all the way out the way. I could see if he was right up on the car, and then she did what of course she would have hit him. But you could tell by how she reversed and then went, how he slid. It's just obviously right there. And the way it was, see how the way she did it and the way he reacted to it, you can tell his whole intent was, okay, I could use this right here because maybe whatever he was thinking in his head, I could just use this right here.
We mind readers. Right. That's fantastic.
You ain't gonna never get through it. You ain't gonna never get through it. Black America, give me your final thought. Give me your final thought.
Stay away from white lesbos and Honda Pilots. Your ass is gonna get hit. HQ,
Leave
I
them
like I say,
lesbos
I know
alone,
you.
man. You leave them
Hey,
lesbos
I
alone.
know, I know you. I'm sorry. I know you care about loss of life, HQ, but
Oh,
sometimes some people will, unfortunately, do things that is going to get them in a bad situation, and
yeah.
things happen. I do not think that she intentionally hit the police officer. I state that again. I don't think that she intentionally hit the police officer. But the fact is that she did hit the police officer, and that's why she's going to be having a funeral very soon. All right, you
Mm.
guys have a good day.
Thank you, Black America.
All right,
Give me
thank you,
your
police.
final thought, Aaron. Your final thoughts, sir.
All right, Black, take care. Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, it's sad that a life is lost. It's never, ever a good thing, right? And I don't applaud that. And if the officer lost his life, I'd say the same thing.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, I'm with Black America. The fact is, she hit the man, he shot her. I wish she'd put the car in park. You know what I mean? The legality of how we got here, I don't know. I don't care.
She should have put
Right?
the car in park. She should
That,
have stopped, and she should
right.
have
That's
engaged.
all. No. That's what I would have done. I would have put the car in park with a man standing in front of it, right? And then hopefully he didn't shoot me. I don't know. What I do know is call Tony now for your free tarot card reading. If he can read the minds and all that, I can't. So, but HQ, take care of
It's all
yourself.
right. It's all right. I just, no, it's no, it's cool. You know why? Because this is the thing, HQ. This is the thing. These people is on their side. I understand why they was already in the profession with them. I understand, but this is what I'm saying, HQ.
Mhm.
The thoughts that's in these people's mind when they go through these training, they're already indoctrinated like robots. Shoot, if anything, like that's just what's the reason why I said whatever was on his mind. I'm not saying like a mind read. I'm just saying I know it was a negative thought in your mind because they're trained to think negative first. So that's why all I was saying was HQ, whatever he was thinking, it was just, okay, this is my way out to do what I came to do. I'm trigger happy to do, just like the Marvin Gaye song. I'm
Well,
HQ, the innocent.
you did make me look at it one more time. You did make me think, why didn't he move 1 foot to the right? Why didn't he move one again? Why didn't he move again a little bit more further to the right? He could have moved one foot to the right and he would not have been hit. And it would not have been it would not have been a deadly weapon. Why didn't he do that? I don't know.
Exactly.
We don't know.
Exactly. And just like how Marvin Gaye said, trigger happy police, it's the same thing with this situation right here. No different. What he was trying to do, HQ, was just look for any kind of reason where he thought it'd stick to do it. But just like how we was talking HQ, he made too many moves where you can tell that he was in the wrong. That like when you go, like I'm gonna be back up with you at one HQ. When you get the footage like on the side of the car, in between him and the car, it's going to be a numerous amount of space. HQ, we're going to see that he was not directly in front of that car, and the reason why she reversed was because I'm glad she reversed too. HQ, I'm so glad, because if she would have just went forward, it would have looked more bad. I'm glad she actually reversed and then went to the right. That was perfect, because it's letting us know her intent was not to even hit him. And again, she didn't even hit him. He hit the car the way he rushed in to get the shot off. But see, when these people be in the profession with these people, of course they're gonna have their, just like when we was talking about the kid in the park. Yeah, he got the cop back, but when it comes to the little black kid, oh no, I would have fought him. See, that a lot of at one time they probably was our people. Get into these professions with these people, they take on the mentality of these people. That's why HQ, that's why I got a thing with, I know all police officers isn't bad, but when the ones do get corrupted, they take on the corrupted mentality and they just turn on their own. Go back to the Buffalo Soldiers, HQ, all of that. Go back to all of that. Back in the day, the overseers, everything. These people, they want to fit in. They want to fit in with these people, try to be in, but you got to assess the situation right. Just like the other, I know he a moderator, but the lesbians hitting. See, I don't look at people, whatever their lifestyle is, HQ, it's on them. I look at the situation fair to the point where I don't have no bias. I'm just looking at it like, okay, this is what happened. This is what happened. Not because he was a lesbian, or he was a little black kid, or I was a cop like them, so I'm gonna have their back. No, you can't look at it like that. You got to be fair and look at things the way it happened. And you got to tell the
Right.
truth about the way things happen, because if it was your life, the way you would want somebody to be on your side too if you was right. See, HQ, they don't want to wear the shoe and think about it if it was them. No, they just taking like, oh, you know, I'm gonna be on their side because I was one of them. No, you can't look at it like that. They're
Well,
not
thank
fair. You got to look at
Tony, sir. Thank you, Tony, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I
it.
said I'll be back later. Get some more video.
I had to
I will
come.
be back later. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate Tony. I will see you later. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did y'all hit the like, share, and subscribe button? We like to have this kind of content. We like to have these fights. I wish we had a whole bunch of people on the chat, on the panel to make this discussion. But it's like we are they gonna let people investigate? Are they gonna let this person actually testify? Are we gonna have the truth come out? They already made an assessment. They already made a judgment. They had made judgments and everything else. I have to question whether the level of threat was there for you to pull a gun out. That's the only question I got. Everybody knows what happened. Why did you feel the need to pull a gun out instead of standing to the right and talking to her in the window and saying, hey, everybody calm down, everybody calm down, everybody calm down? You escalated the situation with the gun. Why didn't you say, hey, everybody calm down. Don't peel off. Don't do X, Y, and Z. Calm down. We just let's lower the temperature. Why didn't he do that? Why did he decide he was going to escalate instead of de-escalate? These are the questions that I got. Y'all hit the like, share, and subscribe button, please, and thank you. I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate you. I will be back. You know I'll be back. Oh, and thank you, Rainbow. I appreciate it. Does Aaron care about DHS de-escalation protocols? I don't know whether Aaron knows them or he doesn't. There were no de-escalation tactics used. That's my whole point. De-escalation tactics. Aaron, okay with that? A lot of people are not okay with that. A lot of people are okay with that. A lot of people think she deserved to get killed. She never deserved to get killed. Nobody deserves to get killed. I appreciate the $5 Rainbow. Nobody deserves to get killed. This is not what we're saying. What we're saying is, okay, sometimes it's justified for the police officer to do what he did, but I don't know whether it's in this case or not. All I know is somebody is dead, and it ain't okay. The way she died. It's just not. You all hit the like, share, and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I will be back. Of course, we will be back. Of course, we will be back. We will be back. I appreciate you guys.